You can't put it 2 and 2 together.
Oh, sorry, you missed it.
The Poker Atlas Tour is returning to Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from August 20th through September 3rd. Over $2 million in guarantees across 18 big events, including the $500,000 guaranteed Dallas Duel and the $1 million guaranteed title event. Mark your calendars now. For the full schedule, visit TexasCardHouse.com and the Poker Atlas app.
Brings you the premier poker experience in Austin, Texas, with a full restaurant and a full bar, plus up to 50 poker tables. Get ready for the grand opening, coming to Austin, Texas on August 28th. For full details, visit TexasCardHouse.com. Austin, Texas, $500 high hands every 15 minutes. Over $10,000 in giveaways. Starting at 12 p.m. only on the opening day of TCH Social Austin.
I appreciate it.
I can just put it in my purse and I'll get it.
What's going on, everybody? It's TCH Live. It's Tuesday, and we got one heck of a lineup here for you this evening. It's ladies' night on TCH Live Tuesday, and it's gonna be one heck of a game. I'm really looking forward to it. And as always, hanging out with my man over there in Dallas, Mr. Eric Van Loosen. What's up, buddy?
What is going on, my friend? Yeah, exciting times here, ladies' night. A little change from what we're normally seeing on our Tuesday night stream. And don't worry, though, these ladies know how to play poker and play it well. So excited to see a little different game and some different action tonight.
Yeah, we're going to be playing 1-2-5, so a little bit smaller stakes for sure. Max buy-in 1K, and it looks like most players here are going to be buying in for the full 1K. We've got a 500 and a couple of 700s as well. But yeah, should be a nice lively game here. We'll probably do plenty of staying silent and listening in as the gal's going to be telling stories and talking with one another, etc. But yeah, really looking forward to the show. Should be a good time. And also, as some of y'all have heard and just saw there on the little opening clip, of course, we've got the opening date for TCH Social here in Austin and all sorts of really cool things to help kick off the opening of the new club here. So yeah, August 28th, cards in the air, doors going to be open, TCH Social in Austin, going to be open. Really, really, really looking forward to that. It's going to be such an incredible venue. We got a full restaurant, full bar, a whole bunch of tables. It's going to be incredible. So hope that if you are in or around the Austin area, you'll come on down, hang out with us. And even if you're not, we've got a special little Easter egg for you to bring you down for opening day as well. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Let's see who wins the flip.
King Jack for Lexi.
King Jack is good.
I had all of your outs. I had 2 pairs. Now I see why you don't cost so much.
All right, so $25 PLO flip means Lexi is going to be the recipient of $200 in profit.
There you go.
But I'm not offsuit, so I can't.
Quick gambling chips. Let's go.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll bring this back up here throughout the course of the evening, but one heck of a deal. $10 yearly membership, an annual membership usually costing $300. $10 on opening day only, no exceptions, ends at midnight. So if you want to come down, check it out here at TCH Social in Austin on opening day. That's August 28th. You can get a full annual membership that is good for all TCH locations across the state of Texas for $10. So pretty good draw to come on in. We got other sorts of badass things going on as well. We'll continue to talk about those throughout the course of the evening as well. But it's really going to be a good time.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this. I know what was our going joke that the TCH Austin location was going to open up in 2059. We beat it by just a handful of years, but we're excited, and I know you're excited as that's your hometown down there, Aaron. So excited for all that. And like he said, we'll be putting up all those promos and all the special events going on, both here with the Poker Atlas Tour coming and that grand opening in Austin. So exciting times in Texas poker and, of course, for our brand, Texas Card House.
Yeah, absolutely right. Look at this. All right, so hand number 1 of Hold'em. We've got some limping going on. Alex here, though, waking up with the queens. Just going to raise to 25. A little bit on the smaller side here with the limps, but we are going to get a couple of callers, and we're going to go 3 players to a flop.
It's not
That
our
is not
flop.
the flop on the board. Yeah, we got Jack 10-7. Looks like so.
Okay, good. Rebecca wants some
Gonna
wine.
have to get that
Anybody else want
sorted
some
out.
wine? Brandy? Water.
You were wearing the shirt yesterday.
Brandy,
Yeah.
water.
So we'll talk about some of these gals throughout the course of the evening. We've got a little bit of backstory for some of them. But many of you will be familiar with Alex here in the 2 seat. She's been doing some poker news reporting, particularly out at WSOP over the summer. So may have seen her on some of those broadcasts. We got Mallory, of course, the hometown hero there from Dallas, representing Texas Card House. And a whole lot of 3-coin gear out there as well. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Nice quick win there for Alex in the 2 seat, like you said. Quick shout out to one of our friends in the chat, Mr. Jim Coyle, who's obviously cheering on his lovely wife, Miss Dory. She's in the 3 seat. They are tournament crushers. Both are retired and play lots of poker. They're a big part and a friendly part of our Dallas poker scene. So congrats to Jim on back-to-back Saturday final tables, one of which he won. So glad to see you in the chat, Jim. And Caleb and, of course, Mark in the chat already. So should be a fun night. Help us stay engaged all night long, as these ladies are going to be chatting it up as well, and we'll have plenty to talk about.
I've played this before, once or twice.
Raise 50.
All right, Teresa opening with the 10x sizing. It's always interesting to see how some of these smaller stakes games play here in Texas, right, Eric? Where, 1-2 and people are opening to 20. So 10x is not uncommon. Maybe when you have the 1-2-5, it starts to be a little bit less common to see stuff like the 10x opens, just because you're trying to thin the field, and people just call, right? In Texas, like people are like, oh, what is it, $15? Sure, I'm in there. Like, I've got 2 suited cards, so you have to make it a price where people are going to fold. But I do think the 10x open is going to be a little bit unusual, but we'll see. I don't know. Love to see how these games play.
Came in about an hour and a half before the stream and got to sit down and play a little 1-2 with some friends, and it was 1-2-40, and we went 4 ways on most flops for anywhere from 25 to $40. So that's pretty standard. And the Nick game is already on, Aaron. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. There was some conversation, I think, earlier with Mallory about the 7-deuce game on as well.
I think so.
Yeah, I think 7-deuce is on for 15 over the course of the night. I didn't get confirmation on that, but I think that's right?
I think so.
Then,
yeah, we'll make
and
sure
then, yeah, and then we're doing the Nick games for 15 as well. So $15 per player if you either win with 7-deuce or lose the Nick game.
Is that it, right?
Shout out to the dealer, Danny, who's surrounded by ladies. I'm sure he has no problem with that. I think he's dealt on our live stream before. As has our 9 seat, Miss Brandy. She's getting a shout out from Miravita Lorzano. I hope I didn't butcher that, but she says, go Brandy.
On tilt, Lindsay here coming in with the 4-bet. Makes it 300 to go after the open to 25 and a couple of calls. Here we are, back over to Teresa, who 3-bet the 7s. It looks like she made it 100, not 75. So yeah, 3-betting with 7s. Definitely one of the spots where you get 4-bet, you really don't know how to continue here. You could be up against some ace king, some ace queen, etc. But that's like best case scenario, right?
Do you want some wine, Vicky? No, thank you. Okay. I'm not a good drinker.
Dory already looking to get the liquor flowing. She says, you want some wine? All right.
Make me a little worse. I thought I'd play someone sober.
Sip one glass the whole time.
All right.
I can't drink wine. I get like 2 glasses in me and like.
Early stare down going on. I like this.
I'm the opposite. I'm in bed.
That is our friend of the chat, VV, Victoria. She's stuck in between the two.
I have never heard.
Kind of checking it out.
Starts drinking, they just start speaking a whole nother They'll be
It's like a blackout. No, well, I learned it.
Oh, okay.
That would be fun.
It's not like I'm not like a
All
secret
right,
teacher.
Teresa here.
It's like
I mean,
started learning it, and then
Lindsay's got 675 total, so I think Teresa here is basically like, I've got 100 in. Do I want to put another 575 in and just run it with the sevens? Because, yeah, it's sort of like all in or fold here.
And
You can't call out of position, you
Because I
know.
don't drink to black out anymore.
There you go.
I don't either. It's never intentionally blacking out.
Yeah, she might be a little bit,
Just saying.
you know, sad that she didn't stuff it there, given that she doesn't get shown down the overpair, but
Hangover's hurt.
yeah, Ace King is one of the worst
It's
hands.
never intentionally
Yep.
blacking out. That's a 7.
And if on tilt Lindsay is at the table, that means Mr. On tilt Nick has got to be tuning in. He's out there in the room somewhere. Didn't get to say hi to him before I ran in here, but I know he's out there in the room. Shout out to On tilt Nick after he had a really nice run at a big event in Choctaw.
I speak French like Joey on Friends.
Definitely a friend of the TCH brand and of course our live stream.
Made it up.
Oh. I was like, I haven't
She
heard
would
that
go,
one.
she would go, my name's Claude, and he'd go, blah, 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 Claude.
Mallory here, looking at $10 to go. Lexi gonna bump it up next to Act, 35 now.
No, like, I
Ooh.
try
And
keep it
Becca's
safe. I
got
always
the
have to,
7-deuce,
like,
just gonna
so
call.
it's, like,
What do you think about that, Eric?
and I'm not, like, causing a commotion.
Well, she's going to have to smash a flop or really represent something. She's going to look for some low cards.
Yeah, I think it makes some sense given that she's on the short stack, right? Her other option is to just stuff it all in, right? She's got $400, but the knit game's on, and like if any of these gals have, you know, a strong ace or a pocket pair, they're just never folding, and she's going to be way behind. So maybe just calling with the 7-deuce, hoping to actually connect with the board, and if you don't, just ditch it like she did, is
Right.
kind of the way to go when you have the short stack like that.
Pretty nice flop here from Mal Pal. She's open-ended, so she's not going anywhere.
When you and
I could take the Spanish in.
The other night was hilarious.
Interesting turn card here. 3 10s on board.
Then I do sober because sober I'm like I have to like pull from
Lexi
my memory.
undeterred.
Yeah, she was killing me. She was trying
Yeah, she's going to continue to rep the overpair here. And really tough for Mallory to continue now at this point.
And he was like, Abby speaks Spanish, and me and Abby was like, did he just ask that after speaking?
She may just be completely dead even if she makes her hand, so she's just going to let it go.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
And Lexi,
I'm so sorry, y'all. I was jacking off.
Some early comedy there from Lexi. Nice hand,
I
though.
don't understand why my brain switches over.
Lexi plays quite a bit of mixed games and tournaments in the area. She works at another club across town, but you can find her at TCH Dallas quite a bit. She's been on our stream before.
Cosmos for you. You're fun now. Can't imagine.
Oh, I don't drink tequila because it's like, I don't know, I just can't.
I just don't like it.
But Tito's,
I do like a margarita every once in a while.
well, I'll tell you this, if you bring me Tito's, I get real fun.
There we go. Got the on tilt boys in the chat.
That's what I had last year. I was like, well,
bolts over to Alex in the cutoff. She's not going to open the 5-deuce suited here with the knit game in effect. Definitely pretty far down in the range, but when you have position like that, it makes it a lot easier to try to battle for some of these pots. VV with the 7-deuce. Let's go. Bumping it up to 45.
And everybody's
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I just had it, Vicky, but I couldn't play
Me
it.
and Mallory are the only. Oh, Brandy doesn't have
We
it.
love to see it.
So we're on hand number 6, which is really just 5 hands of Hold'em.
What, baby?
And we've seen 7-deuce twice. I like the way this is trending. What do you think, Eric? This,
Absolutely, yeah.
gonna
We've got
be-
some 3 and 4 bets already in the stream and some 7-deuce. These ladies are getting after it, so this is going to be a fun stream, I can tell. We knew it was going to be, chatty and fun, but you always forget these ladies can play too. And they are here to gamble.
Schmequity? What is that?
I don't know.
And here we go. We got 7-deuce again. Lexi first to act. Oh no, she's just gonna fold. Oh my.
She got rid of the knit button. She just doesn't want to do it. Early position.
So I got them inspired
Kind of
by
middle position.
Crystal. like rocks.
Huge bet. You should fold.
What is a fluorite?
Dory raising with the ace.
Fluorite is
15 to go.
it's-
A couple of calls over to
Yeah,
Mallory.
so
Suited
the colors
wheel
look very
ace.
similar.
Squeezing time.
It's part of the cubic system, so they kind of get them in cubes. But a lot of them have this gradient, like rainbow effect, or they're solid colors. The best ones come from China, though. Shout out to China.
I don't think they're watching in China, but maybe so.
The best stuff comes from there.
Shout out.
Flush draw here from Mallory. Murdering this flop. 2 overcards for Dory and small bet here from Mallory. I like it.
Oh yeah, she was going just. As
Dory's going to make her prove it.
Yeah, keeps Dory around with the small size, and 9 of diamonds, 2 flush draws out there now.
Ace jack of hearts on these ones, and then I had
Mallory
king
slows it
jack
down with a
off
check, and
on the
Dory
other
reaching
ones.
for chips. This is working out perfectly for Mallory.
Yeah.
Mal going to go ahead and use the red chips. 125 is the call. Headed to a river. Dory needs an 8 that isn't a spade.
No,
Doesn't find it.
We're not supposed to remind people.
we're not.
No.
I'm not going to bet for you.
Well,
Nice
on the other
hand.
streams they don't.
Oh,
All right, checky. Mallory shows down the winner. Drags a nice pot there. She's going to chip up over 1,000.
Infinity.
I just
Poker
had
Monkey
7
joining us here in the chat says we need to
I
see
tried.
Poker Face Ash and Poker Mama playing on this stream. Well,
I saw you like
see if we can
thinking
get him in
about
here for the
raising
next
and
lady.
then thought I got rid of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Might have to bump up the stakes a little bit, but
Okay, guys.
you never know.
I have to do it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
right.
Man, we do have some serious 3-coin gear here. Shout out to Mr. Randy 3-coin. I know he's out there somewhere. Might tune in a little bit later. His son played on the last stream we had. He's opened up his new store in the Dallas area, so he's officially got a storefront to sell all these awesome vintage clothing and poker stuff. So pretty cool
25.
Pretty cool deal. I haven't been by there yet. I know RJ and a few other folks went by during the grand opening. So
Oh, can y'all scan your cards one more time?
shout out
Yeah.
to the 3-coin boys.
Jessica Richards joining us in the chat. What's up? Congrats on your recent run good. Happy to see you here. And yes, indeed, go Mallory.
I'm sorry.
You're a dealer. I got it.
Quarter apiece, 4 players to a flop. Lexi flopping the flush draw. Ace 5 up and down with the ace high working for the moment.
Didn't last long.
90.
Big bet here from Alex with the straight draw and the ace high. Trying to shut this one down. And no way.
You're going to take away your hand.
Game.
King, queen of clubs into the muck.
Interesting.
Lexi here, not interested in playing big pots with drawing hands, I guess.
Thank you.
I'm like trying to figure this out without.
Yeah, a couple overs and clubs. Surprised to see that go in the muck. 90 was a good chunky bet.
Well, no, I always tipped. I was like, I didn't know if it was different on stream. I'm so,
Yeah,
I'm
and
so sorry.
has to look at the ace 5 on its back too, because Nick game in effect. Alex trying to get rid of her Nick button there, I believe.
I haven't played on the new table.
5 to go.
My husband's getting a lot of experience on Saturdays.
Yeah, I mean, something we have to keep in mind is that we're playing 1-2-5, so, I mean, low stakes. Sometimes these players not going to be as experienced and, you know, sticking to what we typically will see here on Tuesday nights as far as, you know, aggressive strategies and stuff. So, yeah, we're just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening here as these gals do battle. Becca here, raising it up, 40 to go. Lindsay makes the call, and we're going to go heads up to a flop.
Oh, nice. 28. I learned all about it because I was in the booth last Saturday night.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was with Mitch because Jim was at the final table again. I saw the video. Oh, it's nice.
100.
I would love to hear drunk story.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't drunk.
Flop here for both
I was
players.
for the wine glass, and then this guy is an idiot.
No, I try to be good.
With ace 5 off.
I try to be good. But I
Over bet though.
Jim was all like,
Back
I'd say, hold my hand.
88 in the middle. She bombs it for 100. Lindsay not happy about it, but she makes the
Every
call.
Saturday tournament, just a regular tournament, when it's not a poker series.
Scary
It's like
card
a
there. Becca's going to rip it.
And is it 3 or 4? I think it's 4. And it's a long,
See.
nice deep stack tournament. And when they get to the final table, they string.
Good luck.
So this
Good
week
luck,
we got
Rebecca.
40, but the week before he won. So
Yeah, bad card for Lindsay as far as what she perceived she was beating, but she is going to get shown down the queens.
Oh, man.
Pocket queen.
bankroll provided by
Danny told Rebecca. Danny. We're going to have to slap his hand for that. He told her to show her hand. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What, how much do you have to pay everyone?
Well, I'm not sure if these guys play the Nick game very often. I think
Yeah, this
for
of course.
first timers, and if there's a lot of first timers, I think it's fair play for people to be reminded. But I would do it with the caveat of, you're not usually going to be given this courtesy.
For
I don't
sure.
know. It all depends on the vibe, right? The vibe tonight seems to be pretty laid back. Everybody's just kind of here to play and have fun.
But it'll go into a
I don't know. I think it can go either way, but I don't find it that offensive.
No, not at all. But Rebecca doesn't normally play Nick games, but she is a professional poker player. She is the host of our Becca's game on Sundays and Tuesdays. It starts at, I think, 1 o'clock on those days. It's a 5-card game, and that is her game that she hosts here at TCH in Dallas. So she's used to playing a game that there's really no need for knit buttons.
Yeah, true.
With 5 cards.
What?
Sorry, I'm on the other line.
Sorry.
Nice squeeze size here from Lindsay with the ace queen.
Yeah.
Gonna get called in a couple of spots though. We're going 3 ways to a flop for 125 apiece. Speculative holdings here between Dory and Teresa. Teresa with the suited queen jack though, sort of getting priced in and closing the action. Now she is going to lead on 997, no heart. And Lindsay here giving away that she does not love this lead. The purse slips. Suspect we'll see a fold incoming, but JD, thank you so much. Yeah, great to watch. Happy to have you tuning in. For everybody who is just joining us, welcome to the stream here at TCH Live Tuesday. Ladies Night, 125. Max buy-in of 1K. And indeed, Lindsay does let it go. Teresa will drag the pot there, shows down the queen jack high. And yeah.
I tried that time.
Her opponent's like, okay, got one through.
Very nice. And then there were 2, it looks like. Got Miss Dory and Brandy in the 9th seat, holding on to those knit buttons.
Wasn't like spamming.
I think we had almost, I think we did exactly have a unique winner every hand, all the way through, from the start of the knit game up to here. We just went from 9 down to 2 in 7 hands.
Ladies are really getting after it, not wanting to pay those penalties.
Love to see it. Lexi here now on the button with an ace. Seen her play pretty snug so far, and she is just going to fold this hand. So, yeah, everyone's going to come in with their own style and whatnot. And, Lexi here definitely just on the snugger side.
Oh, no.
Sorry, no. Oh, I thought she did too.
I thought you folded.
She was rescanning. She was rescanning.
It's difficult whenever it's like in the mud zone.
Here, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not all good.
Well, what do you want me? What do you want me to do? I was ready to call. I was here for
20,
it.
and then we're gonna do a flip.
Well, I hope I get it back.
I was
I
about
hope
to.
you get it
I
back.
was about to.
Do I get to give it up? Oh, we're all gonna get them back
yeah,
anyway.
If you're pushing back out, I
We'll
would say
do
something.
an orbit
Just say, I'm going to
without it.
rescan the card.
And
You know what I
then-
mean? So,
yeah,
so then it's not like
give it, let us
for,
breathe.
like,
Sorry.
people
Yeah.
take it.
Well, I
I'm
think.
sorry about that.
No, you're super good. You're super good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
I like to
reformed
play
too.
poker.
I'm
No,
not-
I should have thought about that. It's all good.
It was on her.
Everyone's so nice. I love it.
Okay, but
It's like a.
The night
All
is
right.
young, Aaron. The night is young.
Yeah, a few more glasses of wine. Maybe everyone will bring the claws out. But no, Dory is going to have to pay the penalty here, and that is $120 going into a PLO flip. So she does have a chance to get her money back.
That's why I was so upset.
Us ladies.
Oh, you won too. Yeah.
Oh, card
so
down.
upset with her. I'm like, well, not
Oh no, there's a
me.
flip. It don't matter.
for the two.
Cards are all going to
Yes,
get shown
you.
anyway.
I was ready.
Yeah, that was
I was
the
ready
last
to
one.
travel.
I was kidding.
I was like, here.
Brandy,
I didn't realize it was the
trying to
last
pay
minute,
for
but
it.
we need
Yeah.
All
right.
This time. Oh, I didn't scan at all.
Oh, well, she hasn't scanned it all.
Yeah, well.
You know,
I
the
got
private
the
closes there.
second up flush. I see it already.
Wow.
Oh, you
We're gonna
have a
have a
7.
7-7.
And the pot is definitely not $23.
No, Jack, I see a nut full.
Man, I don't have.
Who has a
There are
boat?
boats
Oh, there's a
here.
7-3. I see a boat.
Jack's full. Alex
Jack's
here making
full.
a monster.
I'm just no good. Not nuts.
There you
Jack's
go.
full of seven.
Oh my.
Got it on the river, huh? Yeah, seven's full of threes there.
I was
Till
trying
the
to get
river.
my money back. But again, my
Jack's
bankroll
full.
is provided by Jim.
Brought to you.
Jim. Exactly.
Well done, Jim.
Hey,
So, don't we get the nip buttons back?
She
I
said,
know
well,
we're doing an orbit without, and then
So
we'll go back.
confused.
I know, there's all. I'm still looking at Mal. Mal's telling me.
Wait, so
on
only
online.
one orbit per what? Per.
No,
like,
it's, so they're doing an orbit without the knit button. That way it gives everybody a breather to
Go to the bathroom if they need
Yeah.
to, or
not
go
have to worry about.
separating.
The problem was,
So it's every other?
there were,
Yeah,
problem
every other-
was
every other
8
orbit.
people won a hand. Nobody won 2 hands.
You're in the 5-5.
Yeah, Dory's exactly right. It
Nobody
just
won
went
2
from
hands.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
I
this-
didn't win. I was the only one that didn't win. So
She won the
Yeah.
pot and then she won another
yeah,
one.
but my point is, when we had the knit game going, nobody
30.
repeated a win. So
Oh, yeah.
it was like down to me and Brandy, and then she won. It was fast.
Yeah, I think that's the fastest knit game in the history of poker.
It just might be.
Raised to 30 here from VV. Randy gonna 3-bet the button with Queen Jack suited. Early position raise here from VV. But she is not going anywhere. Quickly reaching for calling chips. And we're gonna go heads up to a flop. Brandy in position with the betting lead.
I get
Yeah, exactly.
crazy. That's beautiful. That looks old. I got it forever.
Either player connecting ace high is best.
No, sorry, I don't hear very well with this. I thought I heard all in. I'm like, here.
I went through.
He's going to turn it around backwards.
That's why I was a little.
That's not going to work. There we go. Okay.
Funny, I never
Attaboy.
Oh, I love it.
Figure out which ear works.
Now you know. Apparently, this is my good ear.
I would part my hair on this side.
Like this to see.
So
Clubbies.
Bet of 80 and call.
Yeah, this surprisingly
On my ear now.
juicy pot here with these 2 holdings.
Evie is gonna lead this turn.
I
Gonna
remember
be
my sisters and I.
interesting spot. Brandy picking up the club flush draw. Does she want to peel one off in position here, or whatever this bet is?
And I must have just moved a couple of times. And I just knew it was jewelry, and I put it in with the other jewelry, and it's okay. Her mom would have found it and said, "Dory, this looks a little fancy for her." Right?
They'll
But I
probably
mean,
put them on.
yeah, I washed it up and look at it. I mean, I
Brandy not going anywhere. Makes the call. This pot swelling.
Oh.
And it's top pair now for Vivi with the ace-9. Had the best of it already, and she is going to stuff it.
I have a rack.
Quick fold. Vivi takes it down. Well played.
Yeah, nice hand, very aggressive.
Make sure to let the dealer know.
I mean, it might be
So we can
She might have been shipping it on any river there. Of course, we know a club would have been a disaster, but top pair, get it done. Nice hand.
Yeah,
I
good
mean, I
enough.
had some nice.
Well,
Back in the day, like what, 15
And Brandy there in our 9th seat is a dealer here. She's somewhat new to Texas. She's from South Florida originally, but she's been in the poker scene since 2001, she said, and a dealer since 2003. So been around the game for a long time and got some recent tournament success as well. Really enjoyed playing with her. She plays quite often and deals quite a bit at both locations. So fun to have her around.
Yes.
Good to see her on the stream again.
Suited 5-3 for Mallory. Min-click open.
Price is right.
There's supposed to have a choice here at 6, but I do not see one. If I see her, I'll let you know.
I'll make sure to let my friend know.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
Love
they're
flush draw
usually
for Mal.
older today
Not much
because
else here
in
for these
the
other
game,
players. Some overcards and a gut shot.
We use roll it takes usually really
these guys up.
the casino that went up it's really good. Very good.
Well, I'm excited. So my back, I feel
Wow,
like
now what if they're picking up a combo draw here? Yeah, massive
You
card
might
for
have,
Teresa.
okay, you're gonna have to tell her to. You'll have to tell her to back off probably, but it's better to tell somebody to back off than somebody that's not strong enough. You know what I mean?
yeah, because then you get
Because you know they have it.
Dory's out of there, heads up to a river. It's a 7 carrying the board. Teresa will win if we get to showdown with Queen High, but Mallory here, if she gets checked to, presumably.
Yeah.
Oh no, she does give it up. I was gonna say she's gonna have to bet her hand as she has 5 high, barely playing over the 4 on the board, but she does just fully give it up. Teresa will win.
Uh-oh.
I literally
I thought maybe you missed the board.
I'm open-ended and a flush draw. Too many
I
outs.
drove down, so they had their ladies tournament.
Mallory's thinking the same thing. Too many outs.
So I just tried
That is right.
planning to just
All right, so just a reminder for anyone who tuned in a little bit late after we started off, the new TCH Social kicking off with cards in the air, doors open, August 28th. Just a couple of weeks away. We got all kinds of amazing deals and specials, tournaments, and such. The biggest one in my mind, as far as deals go, for the grand opening day only, come on in to TCH Social in Austin. You get a $10 annual membership. That's going to be good at all TCH locations. $10, usually $300. So incredible value right there. Also, going to be doing $500 overnight high hands. Every hour, $500 for high hands starting at 11 p.m. with the final payout happening at 6 a.m. So some incredible deals. And that's not just on the opening night either. That's August 28th, 29th, and 30th. So all sorts of great deals if you like to play some red-eye poker.
If you're not here during the Poker Atlas Tour playing in the Dallas and Las Colinas clubs, get your butt down to Austin. Check out that new club, restaurant, bar, all of it, right?
two sides. There's
Absolutely, yeah. Full bar with an amazing restaurant, all sorts of fantastic food items for purchase. Really going to be a top-of-the-line sort of establishment. If anyone's been to TCH Social in Las Colinas, basically you can kind of think of it on par with that. So really good food, really good drinks, fantastic service as always, and all the best games that you love to play.
What a river card. Mallory checked her 10, hitting top pair on the turn. When Vivi gets there, 2 pair.
They keep throwing gang signs out.
You really check that energy drink.
Okay. Yes. I know I don't. But it's like part of it.
Mallory's going to put in a call and get the bad news.
The only way to get to this is through this. Also, thank you, Ghost.
Oh yeah, you're trying to get sponsored by us.
I would like to, yeah. I put enough money into their product every day.
Somebody in the chat mentioned what Alex is talking about. They're trying to get a sponsorship from Ghost Energy Drink. Had a few of those. Have you tried any of the Ghost Energy drinks?
I have not. Most of those really don't sit very well with me.
Yeah.
Certainly not any of the ones that use the aspartame or the sucralose or whatever. I just really don't like the flavor of the fake sugar. So most of those are pretty gross to me. And then any of the other ones just have infinite sugar in them as well. So and I'm on sort of a low carb thing. So
yeah, they're either one or the two for you, right? They got the aspartame fake stuff and you hate the taste, or they're just loaded with sugar and not for you. I wish I had that problem. I really do like the taste of a lot of them. Cut back a little bit, but man, I worked in the oil field and some other jobs where my hours were just crazy, and man, I got hooked on those suckers.
Yeah, they're good in a pinch, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I do a 13-hour drive one way going to Colorado and back, and it's definitely one of those scenarios where I'll stop halfway and get an energy drink just to kind of keep me going. But I usually just prefer coffee, honestly. Coffee kind of will just do the trick for me. But got another 997 flop here, so nines are hot. Mallory here connecting with the pair. And does make the call. Becca c-betting with Queen Jack to overcards.
Yeah. Huh? Did you beat him? Did you beat Bob? Or did
No. Ace King versus King 6. You think the 6 on the turn.
Oh, that's not good.
He shoves all in, and I'm like,
he's cut him off.
Okay.
Already in check call mode here with the pair of sevens. Becca not slowing down.
You said
sounds like a fun time.
Bob would love to meet you.
Oh, he would love to meet you.
Wait, I don't like the way you both said that. Wait, what?
That was you, Taylor.
I know, this was my favorite quote of the day. If I'm so drunk,
Okay, so we got a king on the river, and Mal just goes for the check call. A little bit concerned about a straight or a 9 perhaps, or perhaps even just a bigger king. So plenty of hands that she doesn't want to raise and only get called or raised by better. So yeah, like a call there, chips a nice little pot.
Yeah, a little quick graphic freeze up there, but yeah, she did hit the king on the river there.
His wife's a sweetheart.
Already had the best of it, of course, but
and she doesn't
little
care.
improvement.
I'm just like, Bob, I hope you Uber, but I don't think he does.
But yes, we got high hands. We got $10 memberships. We got some really cool things going on here at TCH Social in Austin. The grand opening attendance drawing. So you come on in on the grand opening day, August 28th. 5 winners going to get unlimited free play for 30 days. If you check in by 5 p.m. and you get entered into the drawing, you're going to be part of the drawing. 5 people are going to get unlimited play for 30 days. That means you can come in here, you could run some 20-hour days. You just grind away for free. Pretty amazing.
Oh no, Bob. What have you done?
I hope that he doesn't find me through you.
What's up?
My chair's buzzing.
Oh.
What chair? What? There's one behind it. It's that.
It's my phone.
Oh, it was like vibrating through the floor. I was like, why is it vibrating?
She said my chair is buzzing.
I was like, really?
We don't have buzzing chairs.
I was like, what did I do? I mean, I'm chosen for something? That's crazy.
You've been selected.
You have to show the tape.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Where can I one of the
Somebody's
first
clubbing. Who's clubbing? VV's clubbing.
movie, sci-fi movies that was called The Tingler, and they wired all the seats to the tingle when the tingle.
Ooh, the Tingler. Careful, ladies.
Price, what is
Extremely creepy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's
Well, and you gotta
French
think about
tingler.
it.
It's the one you gotta watch out for.
The wiring, somebody spills a Coke, I mean,
reminds
you
me
could
too much of
accidentally tingle
Tingle.
everybody to death.
The tinkler.
What was the plot of the movie?
I don't know. I have not actually.
Hello,
I
clubs.
see a lot of them, but I think it's that there's a monster that tingles you.
182 in the pot.
Shocks you.
This feels like
The
an
Tingler.
X-rated movie. movie.
That's definitely where my mind was
I was
at.
like, this feels like children should not be allowed in this movie.
Brandy does let it go.
There was a movie, The Blob.
Baby
There
takes
was
it
like
down.
the 100-foot woman. There was all sorts of weird.
Okay, you feel that though, right? Okay, I was like, I heard it. Okay, that's how, yeah, the first time I didn't hear it, I just felt that was like,
There's some more cool stuff going on for opening day there at TCH Social too. So we got the $500 high hands going all night.
oh, I didn't even think
Also
about
got every 15 minutes
During the day.
between noon and 5 p.m. So yeah, during the middle of the day. $500 high hands every 15 minutes. So come on in and play with us at TCH Social in Austin. We're going to be giving away $10,000 over the course of 5 hours. That is pretty incredible stuff.
Yeah, every 15 minutes means those, jacks full and flushes. Hands like that might even survive and get you $500. That is a cool promo.
Just on the first.
Yeah, I suspect that there's going to be like a qualifying hand. It's got to be a flush or something, right? So, but yeah, in 15 minutes, there's going to be how many hands played at each table, a handful. Of course, the club's going to be capable of quite a number of tables, up to 50, I understand. So we'll see how many of you fine folks come on down, hang out with us here at TCH Social in Austin, and we'll get some of these high hands fired out. It'd be pretty amazing.
Aaron, how do you feel about Mark's question there? How big is the PLO scene there in Austin? Do you think it'll grow now that we have a room with tons of tables?
Absolutely. PLO is a very strong game right now. Is it up there with Hold'em yet? No, absolutely not. But it is growing in popularity every day. And yeah, I think the new club opening here in Austin is absolutely going to create a little bit more of a PLO haven at TCH Social here in Austin. Currently, there's a lot of bomb pot games and mixed sort of bomb pot and no limit Hold'em games here at TCH in Austin right now. But I do think that there is a demand for PLO. There's always like a couple number of players up on the list trying to get a game going, but it doesn't run very often, from what I understand. So hopefully with the new club opening and a little bit more traffic coming through, hopefully we will get some more consistent PLO games. I would definitely look forward to seeing that myself.
This is a fun hand here, Aaron. It's something that you can run into at a lot of tables and Hold'em. A couple of players holding a weak ace, both players flopping their ace. Neither player holding a heart, and neither proud of their kicker. Lexi led out on the flop and slowed down on the turn. And now Brandy is taking the betting. So let's see what happens on this river.
So we got it half-facing pin.
Yeah, Lexi does make the call.
But the balcony,
We went from a chop
balcony's going to overlook the wake. So we
not a
won't be able
chop.
to see stuff from our
Lexi leading the river, playing just a pair of aces and the board cards kicking. So a pretty aggressive line here. And yeah, Brandy with an easy call, making her two pair onto the river. Gonna ship a nice little $583 pot there.
Yeah, big hand there for Brandy.
I think Rebecca was talking about
Re-straddling.
Re-straddling.
You want to re-straddle, Rebecca?
Just in time to re-straddle.
Look at that.
Right, 1, 2, 5, 10. Let's go. Make it a 4-blind game.
Yes, but I don't know.
And I think when the button gets back to Mal,
She already worked.
or at least close on that end of the table, the Nick game is going to get restarted. They were taking an orbit off after Dory paid out the first one. All right, Alex with the birds.
Wow.
Under the gun makes it 25, and Dory running right into it. Ace King next to act.
Yeah. No, it 100% is, yeah. Yeah, I just kind of got like roped into that. In a way.
Nobody else finding anything to work with over and through
What are you doing?
Getting crazy.
the big straddle.
Dory asking her, what are you doing? And she says, I'm getting crazy.
All right.
Wow.
Jim.
300 and a call. So Dory here playing a stack
Oh yeah, Nick.
less than the size of the pot here. In position. Doesn't need to see an ace or a king, and she does find it. So Alex with the top set. And yeah, it looks like she's going a little bit large here, but maybe not really paying attention to what Dory has in front of her, because she's going to bet something that's less than her full stack.
Yeah, all in and a call.
I am a once girl. Okay. Oh my gosh. I need a queen and a queen only.
Get this one.
Oh wow. There's like the case 8 on the floor.
Crazy.
Eight's full.
I'll be going to the cage and back.
I think you need 10.
What a hand.
I got some nice hand. I thought this was my double up chance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely.
Next.
Feels like you're in good shape there when you flop top and a gutty, but yep, Alex with the birds. Gonna drag a nice $1,700 pot, and that's gonna put her up over 2K, the first player here this evening to eclipse that mark. Chancellor Poker, I'll be there on the 28th. Very good. Look forward to seeing you there.
We can hit the 1-3 later.
She's just going to reload.
So yeah, we got all kinds of fantastic promotions going on opening day that we've touched on. Of course, we'll be cycling through these throughout the course of the night, but we've also got a pretty fantastic series of tournaments going on as well. So the opening week tournament, we're calling it the first hand. It's a 30K guaranteed tournament with 10K added to the prize pool for first place. $100 buy-in that starts on the day of the kickoff. 25K starting stack, 20-minute level, so a bit of a turbo. But it's a $100 buy-in with 10K added for first place. Late reg till 8 p.m. So pretty fantastic. And there's also going to be some flips going for the other tournaments that are going to be starting that next day. We'll touch on those here after this hand. Is Mallory waking up with 7-deuce, and she's going to put in the 3-bet. Makes it 75 to go.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this.
Three ways.
Alex with some fresh chips. She's going to defend here.
Ace high board here should be a good spot for Mallory to just go ahead and bully this one through, as neither opponent has connected with this in a real strong way. Alex, a gut shot to Broadway, could stick around if the price is right, but after a couple of checks, and Mallory here with the 7 high.
I checked around. I did not see you check.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, Mallory's going to just give it up here and checks back on the button. Definitely a curious play.
Yeah, VV recognizing little weakness here. Just a 9 high. She's going to bet.
Let's go.
Mallory going to go for the raise now on the turn.
Yeah, I was.
250 and shows it, baby.
No, I know.
There we go.
Nice hand.
15, yeah.
So 15 apiece around the table. That's going to be a tidy little profit of 120 for Mallory, in addition to the pot. Well played.
I'm gonna push this.
So it's 15?
They're to what, $15 a piece? Okay, cool. Good stuff.
Your hair is fabulous. Like the most fabulous hair.
Yeah, I actually noticed when you walked in, I had to like fight the urge to be like, hey, you look really pretty. Like shouting it to you. You're like, who is this?
I had an next door neighbor that had
No,
hair
it
like
looks-
that.
it
They
looks
had
amazing.
brown on the ends, naturally. He was 18 months old, so he was pretty adorable. Oh, I better turn it back on. I turned it off.
Oh, sorry. Dory, how much did you add on? Was it 1,000?
It's 1,000.
1,000.
All right, Dory's back in the game for 1,000 after that brutal cooler.
Next close.
Yeah, you can just,
I had kissed that 250 goodbye. I did.
I was about to go all in.
Okay, I turned it off. I muted it to go to the bathroom, and now I can't seem to turn it back on.
what's that?
I turned it back on. I turned it off to go to the bathroom, and I got it back.
There you go.
When she's done, can I get 45 minutes? Or 45 minutes? I actually don't know.
And we're almost another orbit around. We'll see if those knit buttons get passed out here in just a second. This game has not been short of action, that is for sure. We may have to send some messages to our normal Tuesday night high-stakes crowd and say, hey, y'all got some stiff competition here. These ladies are bringing the action.
Definitely not that one.
She just drove from Houston.
Definitely not that one.
Absolutely.
It's definitely the
It's
energy drink.
It's been a fun show here so far. Hope everybody is enjoying what they're watching. If you
This lady gets it.
little product placement over there
yeah, it's my
between
first
Dory
time.
and Alex. Love to see it. It looks like we've got some card reader failure.
Big time.
Oh, hers. It's been, oh.
What's up? Did I do something?
No, you're good. Say that again.
Oh, I was like, what did I do?
Oh, do y'all mind saying it one more time? Oh, no, sorry, y'all three. Please. Thank you.
Mine? 110 or 110? 110?
So,
I want to be like, is it turn?
like it looks like a min raise to 10, raise to 40, and
Wait.
3 calls.
Yes,
4
sir.
players to a flop.
555.
Beautiful. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. This is all making sense.
Teresa's the only one with a full house is going to check it. Let her opponents try to catch up. There's the turn. She does still have an overpair to that deuce. There you go. Bets 100 and takes it down.
Knit it up again.
And just like that, knit button. Yeah, I saw in the chat somebody mentioning some YouTube ads that are running. I don't pay for YouTube myself, so anytime I watch a poker stream, I end up having to watch a lot of ads. So I think the only way nowadays that you can get away with not seeing ads is if you pay for a YouTube TV subscription or some sort of YouTube upgrade. I don't think it's a TCH only thing because I watch a lot of streams and that's just something that I deal with.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that all works, like how the number of ads is generated. That's all going to be way outside of my expertise. But yeah, I think YouTube pretty much dictates how that works. I'm not sure that, you know, the host of the stream is really doing much with that, but I could be totally wrong.
Oh, here we go again.
I will call that little Lexi.
I will call that little bet, she says. All right, Dory's going to give it her best with a suited ace-king this time. Lexi's got the ladies.
Yeah, and after going down to the felt with the ace-king, Dory rebuying for the full 1K, but recognizing that the pretty large open from Lexi, who has played relatively snug, is not something to be sort of trifled with. Doesn't even go for the 3-bet. Is going to go for the check min raise on the flop, though, and Lexi, with just the 1 overcard, not going anywhere just yet. Does see yet another overcard, this time the ace of spades, putting 2 flush draws out there. Dory with the top 2 pair. Going to go ahead and make it 125 to go.
Where did? How much is it?
What did it for?
125.
Where?
I would love that.
Weren't we talking about doing?
Yes.
Is that where? And when?
Just whenever. I don't know, next year sometime.
Oh my goodness, Aaron, the queen.
That is
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to plan that far out.
that is an extraordinary card on the river here
I'm on.
Yeah,
for Lexi and also for Dory, but in the worst way.
I think it's less than that. Yeah.
Okay, I call.
I have a set of queens.
Oh, she's got to be disgusted.
Man, my
Oh my gosh.
Cannot 9-9.
She made it small, 125. You know, Lexi made a peculiar call there.
Sorry.
You know, with 2 overcards, and just gets there. And that's just poker.
She bet 300. It was 290.
You want the call, you don't want the result there. And that is just a gross, gross river.
Yeah, I play it the same way every time.
Well, you should.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. You feel for Dory as getting ace king twice, making top pair, this time even top 2 pair,
Yeah.
and getting the worst possible result both times. Pretty gross. So tough night here so far for Dory, but the night is young, so hopefully she can get things turned around.
And then you bet 125.
And then I bet 125 on the turn, and she called. So
Donkey.
I don't think I did terribly.
Yes.
Just don't tell
Yeah,
me.
she min clicked her to 150,
Sizing wasn't bad.
No.
and then
Okay, all right.
on the turn made it 125.
That's the only.
Yeah.
I would have.
Well, and I kind of pushed on you when I said 300. That was my guess is how much you had left.
Yeah.
So
Just a cooler. We'll see if Dory can't right the ship and get her night going on the right track, but so far that ace king has just not been good to her.
because it's never a bluff.
Minray screams strength.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I
but-
should have folded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's hard to fold.
And
Brandy
James
now
is gonna tell me
with a
later.
pretty
he's
ace
gonna
king
be like,
suited.
What are you doing?
And Jim's gonna go. I like her. She's a cute girl.
Aww.
I mean, if she asked me to give her $400, I would. So. Who wouldn't?
All right. Brandy's turn with the ace king, and
I'd like to
Dory
have it
ace
back.
8.
I just want to put that out to you.
She's right back on the horse.
I don't.
Manifest it.
2 players that have tangled a little bit already, Vivi and Brandy. Like they're going to tangle again here.
125.
Vivi,
Relatively small squeeze here from Vivi. Just taking it up to 125. This is a cold 4-bet though, so definitely doesn't have to go too big,
She was watching it and she was proud. And that made me feel so good.
as
'cause I know
her
she had
range
no
looks
idea what's
very
happening.
strong.
You know what she knew?
Money. She was like, that's my girl.
She saw aces. Top set.
Yeah.
oh wow.
No, so I'm actually not from.
Like you said, the
I'm actually from Memphis.
4-bet wasn't that big. Got 2 players in there with her.
Since I was coming here for this. I might
What a flop.
Cordova.
10s are still good, but we got diamonds here, Aaron.
I need
friends out
snacks.
Yeah, luckily for Dory, she does not connect with an 8 or an ace, so she should have an easy way out of this one. But VV with the overpair going to continue 225, so definitely on the larger side.
What did you say, Melanie?
Does make some sense with the immediate overpair to the board. She benefits a lot from her opponents either folding or just getting it all in with a draw.
Peaches and like.
Brandy just going to make the call though. Interesting spot there for her, as she could be ripping it a lot of the time, but why not just drill the king on the turn and see what happens.
And now a smaller bet of $100. And Rip City from Brandy.
You will need. There will be an open seat. I told.
I gotta show my hand to get my initial.
Are was trying to get everybody out of the pot earlier. I added on 16.
All right, Dory is here to play, undeterred by the bad run so far, adding on 1,600.
The dealer's been reminding.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's added on, so don't worry.
No,
He
I
did it
added.
once, Rebecca. One
Or no,
time.
make sure you don't remind the player who folds that they have to show their hand.
Oh, it's like Monopoly.
And it's
If
a
they don't-
disservice.
If they don't give this up, it's their own fault.
Yeah. And they have to hold on to it.
Even after they've shown it? Because she
Well,
had
no,
shown her
after
7-deuce.
after they
Okay.
show, then their hand, that's it. But
If they forget to show,
but you can't remind them to show.
make sure you tell Lacey that when she comes.
And normally, if a player does remind another player, they get to acquire that knit button from them. So they could end up with 2 of them.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad feeling right there.
It's got to be a dirty feeling.
I did.
Here, you have 2 knit buttons.
And these pairs are going around tonight. Look at this. 9s, 3s, kings.
50's the new bet.
Yeah, pretty incredible here for Alex to wake up with the red kings in the cutoff here. Mallory definitely not going anywhere. Makes the call, puts in a little bit too much. Oh, no, it was a raise to 50, pardon me. Becca makes the call as well, and here we go, 3 players to a flop.
How about a set of kings?
Yeah, both Mallory and Becca were like, I'm thinking of a flop I don't want to see. And it was ace, king, queen. Becca here, gonna get her massage all situated before she releases the pocket 3s. She announces fold, and Alex here says this is the worst. No, I think losing with that hand would be worse, but
For sure, yeah.
she does get rid of her knit button.
Nice to flop sets with aces and kings. That's got to feel good.
Dory, of course, did add on 1,600, so she's not sitting on $200 down there. She's got about 1,800 as we look at profit and loss here. Alex up the most, up full buy-in, sitting on over 2K.
Hot and into it.
Hot and got it. Yeah, that should be my tagline.
You are very hot.
Aw, and I'm into it.
That's nice.
A little different than our normal Tuesday night stream where the players are telling each other how beautiful they are.
Eric is back
That's
there.
usually doesn't happen between
That one, Eric. Hot and
usually doesn't happen between JD and Slick Rick, you know, telling each other how beautiful they are.
to hear what he's going to say.
Yeah, from time to time, though, you know, you gotta compliment your neighbor at the poker table.
I'm into it if Eric's into it.
Uh-oh.
I will tell you, I
TCH
cannot
Live
do
is
that anymore.
BB's talking about me, Aaron. I may have
But
to
I can film.
go outside.
Okay.
You what?
Chicken
I'm so sorry.
4 players,
More fun
seeing a
ladies
flop.
table than the last one.
No, I
That
agree.
flop would have been nasty
100%.
last hand, too.
Oh, God.
Bring the energy, even if you don't have
Bottom 2 here for Mallory.
Like you have choices.
Far and away the best of it.
Or you can choose to be happy. You might as well choose to be happy. Even if
Brandy
you're
has some backdoor spades and straight opportunities with 1 overcard to the board, but pocket 6 is the only other hand that is paired far and away.
I'm pretty sure I've already slipped a couple times, but it like just
Bottom
dawned on me.
in
I was like,
equities.
oh wait.
Everybody's going to be out of the way. Mallory will take it down.
There we go.
Takes it down. That's why you play the 9-4.
That hand, I love this.
49ers.
Exactly. Oh, are you a 49ers fan?
Oh no, I don't know anything about sports.
Oh, I can respect that.
I was excited for break.
Slick Rick does indeed have some amazing hair, but this is a table full of beautiful hair.
The one, dude, that she just like spun around.
I'm her biggest fan.
Her and my cat, they dance the same.
I read articles about that. They said that like she's one of the nicest people on the entire team. She's got this good energy.
She
Everyone
has a
loves her.
PhD in breakdancing.
She looks at it as like she tells a story with her. It's like liturgical breaking.
Too, so I guess, you know.
No, like
I thought it was terrible.
James told me some of you read it pulled it up.
I'll just run this conversation.
I grew up with that. She went into it knowing that she wasn't going to win. Or not compete against the actual.
There's our AGM, Mr. Asian J himself, the man.
The bravery.
Make fun of yourself, then like, what are you doing? Like, you're not make fun of yourself, but don't do it in the Olympics.
Oh, Dory did. Yeah, she.
I told you.
I told her to. I think she might have been on.
I would never think that she was like a
Bathroom
spirit.
break
I was
if you're
just
walking
a
around
full
here.
person.
But yeah,
And
she
like,
had
I
one.
kind of like look up to that. Like,
Vivi's going to come along as well.
like, I'm here.
Rebecca makes it 40 to go with the queens. It's going to be Dory and Vivi trying to find a better hand than the queens.
Did you see him?
And
Did
there's
you
an
see
ace
the
on the
guy
flop.
that like shot with no gear? He was just like,
Yeah,
he was
have
chill.
you seen the meme where it's like GTO solvers versus
Yeah.
PlayStation players, and it's just like he's just like,
And then the girl that like won, I think she won gold, right?
yeah.
Without all the tactical gear and all that.
I literally was like, it felt like something out of the Matrix. I was like, I was here for it.
75.
Do your thing.
She had to.
Vivi betting top pair over to Becca with the queens. Does she want to stick around? No, 75 is all it takes.
I'm like, yeah.
75 is a pretty large wager, actually.
You're so
No,
good.
125.
You've had queens twice?
Like for an Olympian, it was pretty terrible for like any random PhD.
And these
break
net
team
buttons are
something.
flying too again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
It's
You ended up getting upset.
like when I was in
Oh, yeah, on the river. On how to balance a checkbook.
yeah. Well, I mean the thing, like,
Break dancing.
Nobody taught me how to do that.
no, my
And they should.
I was born with it.
And Danny doing a good job dealing the cards.
I'm like a really old lady. Never mind.
Stop it.
A lot of male dealers might be a little distracted at this table full of ladies.
Did people use
college
checkbooks
or
still?
something like that, and you could just
Did
make
people
up your
use
own major or
checkbooks still?
something.
I do use, I do 2 checks a year, and it's to particular people that have to only
Raise
get a
25.
check. Yeah, that's about it.
I don't even open my mail anymore.
I've got a pile of mail. I do not. My kids don't.
When's the last time you wrote a check, Aaron?
25.
My dad has a
Oh,
mail
good Lord.
drawer at his house. He's like, Mallory, check your drawer.
Um,
I'm still getting like casino offers.
Wow.
That's all mine is.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'd have to really rack my brain. I think it's probably been 5, 6 years. I mean, still, 5, 6 years ago, it's not that long ago, so.
Oh, you're gonna be stuck with your kids.
But
And you, probably
it was like a
only wrote,
one-off.
one off, right? Only a couple of.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had to like find my checkbook, somewhere. I think it was probably to write like a deposit or something for an apartment or something like that because they didn't do electronic because they didn't want to eat the fee. So they're like, no, we need a check or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was it. The previous apartment to the one I'm living in now. Maybe that was, if that's the case, that was like 4.5, 5 years ago. So something like that.
Back at me, I go, okay, rent starts next.
Battle of the King Queens here.
Ah, reel it in. Reel it in a little bit.
Or, honey, remind me to change the locks.
You hit him with the say something.
Vivi on only 444, so stacked pot ratio under 2. Depending on Teresa's size here, we can definitely see all the chips get in the middle by the river. But Vivi just going to make the call, and heads up we go again to the river. It's another club, backdoor clubs coming in. Teresa does control the king of clubs, but still it's just the top pair, and we're just going to go check and chop it
I
up.
knew it. I almost said it.
Yeah, we missed a little bit. Vivi actually still had 500 behind there. But they are gonna chop, and of course, the chop does not mean you get to get rid of your knit button. So Teresa's gonna have to hang on to that one for another hand.
I'm like,
While Danny's sorting this out, we've been talking a lot about everything going on in Austin, Aaron, but we still have the Poker Atlas Tour coming up August 20th. That is a week away. And it's going to kick off with event number 1, this 50,000 guarantee event, 3 p.m. at TCH Dallas. 250 buy-in, 50K guarantee. Pretty exciting stuff, and that series goes on from the 20th of August until September 2nd. We'll put up some more of those events as the night goes on, but even though Austin's kicking off on the 28th, don't forget, Poker Atlas Tour is going to be here in Dallas the week before, and it's going to go all the way through September 2nd. So if you're not going to make the trip down to Austin for that grand opening and all those events, you're in the Dallas area, make sure you're firing. Check out the Poker Atlas schedule. It is online, and there are a ton of really cool events. Are you still going to try to come up, Aaron, and play in the main?
I mean, I want to, for sure. The opening is going to be pretty incredible down here in Austin as well. So, yeah, it's definitely a competing draw for me as far as what I would like to be able to do. I'd like to be able to do both. So I am going to have to choose one or the other. Unclear to me. You know, at this point, it's still a coin flip as to which one I'm going to do. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds for me. But I will either see you up there, or I will be seeing a bunch of people down here.
Yeah, I've got a big fantasy football draft down in Houston the weekend of the 23rd, 24th. So I'm not sure what events, if any, I'm going to play myself, but I know I will be working in and around the clubs for sure during that whole series. So I know I will see a lot of faces and hope to see a lot of my friends bank some of these big scores in these tournaments.
So wait, you're going all the way to Houston for the draft?
Yeah, it's a Houston oil field league that I used to be a part of when I was in the oil and gas business and worked down there in sales, and I am one of 2 of our 12 people who no longer live in Houston. So actually 3 of us don't live there, but one of them's there all the time for work. So I'm going to make the trek down, and we rented out a room at one of the hotels. I can't remember which one that has like a golf simulator, and you can throw baseballs and footballs at the screen too. So a cool little room to goof off in, and I'm sure we'll get up to some shenanigans.
Cool. Yeah, sounds fun. Yeah, I've been in a long-time league back in Los Alamos since I was there working, and they do a live, you know, everybody kind of shows up with their laptop and does the draft, of course, online, but everyone's kind of there together. It's a little bit of a potluck. Everybody brings some beers and hangs out and has a good time. I always enjoyed going to that. So live draft or being there live is always the best for sure. But, yeah, the joys of technology are such that when you move away, you just hop on a laptop and still get in the action. Yeah, this will be the 2nd year of me running a local fantasy football league as well. So hopefully I can get everybody together for a little bit bigger of a bash than we had for our first year kickoff. Everybody was just like out of town or whatever the draft week night or that we were doing it. So just didn't end up getting a big turnout. But yeah, it's really fun when you can make that happen.
A good time of year. A lot of stuff going on. Poker, sports. The fall is a great time of year.
We haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, right.
Especially for us degenerates.
Oh, I just love football too. Like fantasy is amazing. Just watching the game, oh, so much fun. Ready for it to be back. Gives you a good excuse to go to the, you know, your favorite little haunt and get some hot wings and cheese sticks.
Well, there you go, Dory. She fanned herself off with the 3-coin hat and wins a hand. Gets off the schneid there and gets rid of her knit button. That's got to feel good, even a small pot.
I'll reiterate.
Oh, you have it. Much love and respect. I have a hat too. It just makes you
It's funny how poker rooms, it's always one or 2 of the extremes. It's either a really hot room or a hot corner of the room, or you're freezing your you-know-what off. Always bring a jacket if you're going to go to a casino or a card room, just in case.
Idea of where he is. Yeah, exactly. He's locked in today. Oh, he's gonna take it down.
I'll tilt Lindsay here with one of my favorite hands, the old 7-9 suited. Just gonna limp.
Final table.
Yeah.
He's not gonna make it though. Oh, he's in the tournament?
I think he's in, if that's who's
I'm thank God.
Nick. Her husband.
My husband's there too. I hope they know heads up.
Oh yeah.
We could have heads up between two of the ladies' husbands in the Black Chip Bounty Tournament going on. Jim Coyle and On Tilt Nick both out there playing. That would be cool.
Yeah. Super pro. Well, I mean, okay, I have 4 final tables and he bagged yesterday. So he went as far as he could.
Are you out playing this week?
Yeah, relatively small squeeze here from Brandy. Would have liked to see a slightly larger size to thin this field and get some of these players out of the way. Dory able to cold call out of the blind.
Oh, you're playing Garden.
Mallory makes the call and
Very nice.
That was
we're
like
going to 4 players to a flop. 7 high.
Can be, but I cashed in the.
Brandy does have the best of it here with the deuce.
I went deep into it for the first time.
How much did you cash? How much did you cash?
I don't know. Not tons. I mean, I think final 2 tables. So money's up top. Yes, I do. Right here, babe.
65.
That would be baller.
That's still exciting.
There you go. Mallory did check, so disregard that 35 to call. Brandy is going to bet here
Got out kind of
65.
got into the double stack and bagged again, so I had 2
Yes,
middle cash.
And Mallory's going to fold.
Brandy does not need to show as she does not have a knit button. I think we're down to just a couple of players here. What do we got?
Becca there in the 1 seat, I believe.
Teresa
there. Okay, yeah, in the 4.
Yeah, that's the
There we
only
go.
2 that I see. So they're going to be hunting for a pot here with the $5 straddle here on Teresa. So she will have last action pre-flop at least.
That's fun.
Like we went from Vegas to Choctaw.
VV back to the table just in time.
Well, the next thing we're gonna
Check out her card. She's got an ace-4 off.
Poker Atlas, and then
It's okay,
Raise
my
it
dad's
up.
Mexican.
we have the cruise, and then Choctaw will be right after
They
that.
age well. My dad ages well. I want to say he's almost 70.
But I mean, when Texas Card House puts on something great, yes, I'm talking about you. It's great because we can sleep in our own bed.
Dory keeps looking up and having a little bit.
Thank you, Dory.
Yeah,
Talking good
appreciate
about TCH.
I'll be playing in some of the upcoming Atlas tournaments.
Oh, I'm very
Yes!
excited.
Horse! Horse!
I
Horse!
want to play horse and I want to play the triple.
One more nick.
Triple sounds
She
fun.
and her hubby Jim are the epitome of a,
When's the last time you
poker
won
couple
a ring or a
and a
tournament?
successful
Like
poker
2
couple
years?
as well. They travel all across the country, playing tournaments all across Texas, Vegas, you name it, and they both do really well. So love seeing them around. Just gives me hope. Maybe one day I'll at least find a lady that can stomach poker, if not know how to play it too.
Heck yeah, man. Heck of a flop here between Dory and VV. Top pair for VV and Dory making the flush draw. Doesn't get there though, so Dory gonna go ahead and lead the river with a whole lot of garbage. And wait a minute, VV folds the ace-4.
Interesting, because the jack obviously gives 2 pair, aces and 8s with the jack kicker there, so kicker not really important there. I'd like to see VV maybe take a little bit more time there and think that one through.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot that top pair, no kicker is quite strong.
No, I appreciate. Thank you, Dory.
But another win for Dory there. She's trying to get back on track. And looks like VV's added some money to the table.
Yeah, buttons and 2. Yeah.
Remember I had a neighbor
And I didn't
whenever
get
I
your
was
hand?
younger.
Okay, we're gonna
She
bring that
helped with
back.
my forehead.
Sorry, y'all.
You have such a good for talking.
Yeah.
Danny's going to bring that one back. Another reminder about the Poker Atlas Tour. This is the big one. This is the big main event.
For what it's worth,
Flights are going to start on Wednesday, the 28th.
7-4 and a queen deuce or something.
Dallas looks like where all of the flights are going to be. There are also going to be satellites into this. This is a $900 buy-in, and Tuesday, September 3rd will be the final table starting at 2 p.m. This is a $1 million guarantee, so first place you're going to be looking at, $250K plus. It's going to be an awesome event. If you're into playing for big stakes, big money, there it is. Poker Atlas Tours title event, event number 11. starting flights on August the 28th.
Button is in the 2
So that's a big day for TCH, Aaron. The opening of the new Austin room, and of course the main event kicking off here in Dallas with the Poker Atlas Tour. So big things going on for Texas Card House.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're talking about tournaments, that same weekend, of course, we've got the grand opening, 300K guaranteed at TCH Social Austin. So right after the grand opening, going to be running a really incredible poker tournament here. It's going to be a $250 buy-in, 25K starting stack with 30-minute levels. 12.5% are going to cash. 8% will bag up for day 2. You have the opportunity to bag multiple times, and if you do, you get a double bag bonus of $800. We've also got some bonuses for the most entries, the players with the most entries, so you get a little rebate, and the most combined chips, so you get to combine your 2 biggest stacks going into day 2. So if you have the biggest stack, you'll get $1,000 and so forth and so on. So a lot of starting fights for that as well. Going to be running at the same time as the main event up there in Dallas. So 2 fantastic tournaments running the weekend of Labor Day there. Really incredible stuff.
Actually, my ex-girlfriend got me to go to Kendra Scott to go get something my July 29th birthday discount for. So, I mean, she paid for it.
Yeah, of course. But you should get that discount.
Kendra Scott is very overpriced.
You don't mind. Honestly, I was really disappointed with it.
Those, the Lisa necklaces, like the classic ones.
Yeah.
Cost like $4.
Thank you very much.
I buy them.
All right. Got a little off there. Looks like Dory bet with her top pair ace. Got to win another hand. So some small victories strung together here for Dory as she's trying to get back on track.
Yeah, it feels really good after you've gotten felted a couple of times and things have really not gone your way to just string together a couple of wins, even if they're small pots in a row like that, to just kind of rebuild your confidence and remind yourself that, like, oh yeah, I can actually win some hands here.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully Dory is feeling a little bit more confident. Maybe had a swig off of Alex's Ghost energy drink there, you know, just get himself resituated.
Yeah, just the act of bringing chips back into your stack, just like you said, making you realize, okay, I can win some pots. Like, it's going to get going on the right path. She's got no quit in her, that's for sure. So here for the long haul. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. Got our new dealer in. This is Maui. Got that fresh haircut.
We're going to do a $25 PLO flip to sort of welcome the new dealer to the table, and then we'll continue along with the no limit Texas Hold'em. As we get the flip going, not only do we have the 300K main event here for the grand opening of TCH Social, we've also got some additional tournaments going on as well. We got the Black Chip Bounty Tournament. That's going to be on Labor Day. Kicks off at 2 p.m. That's a $300 buy-in with a 50K guarantee. 20-minute level, so a little bit of a turbo, but you love to see a turbo when it's a bounty tournament. Gives you more opportunities to get all those chips in the middle and scoop up some bounties. So 50K guaranteed for a $300 buy-in on Labor Day at TCH Social in Austin. A fantastic weekend of tournaments between the grand opening 300K guarantee and the Black Chip Bounty. Not to mention the first hand tournament starting there on August 28th, the grand opening day. $100 buy-in, 30K guarantee with an additional 10K added to the first place prize. Just incredible stuff here happening at our new location. Finally opening TCH Social in Austin.
Oh, there's a flush. Some boat opportunities.
I have a 9.
I have a king.
Look at my flush. So do we actually pay for the seven-deuce?
And I got a little.
Okay. I was like, I'm second. That's so funny too, because like if you put it
Zeus
together,
joining the chat saying Maui's in the box. What's going on, Zeus? And we've got our first
deuce of clubs. Let's go.
That's what wins. I'm like, that's awesome.
I do, yeah.
Banker joining us from the Kick app. Cool. Love to see it. Thanks for joining us.
Tony Ferguson says hello and happy Taco Tuesday. Well, hello to you. welcome to the stream. Absolutely appreciate that chat, and would, of course, always appreciate it if you guys would help us out. Hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed for all of our future broadcasts here on TCH Live.
1945.
What a time to be alive. I was like, holy cow.
It was a good time to be alive because there were a lot of people that weren't now because that was during World War II.
Yeah, it's tough living in a state that doesn't have a good poker scene. That's definitely true.
When you know, you know.
I can
And then I met my husband.
empathize a little bit there, Banker, as I once upon a time lived in Colorado that, you know, had,
It's been great.
well, back when I was there was $5 max bet, and then it moved up to $100 max bet. So the poker scene was really pretty lackluster. There were a couple of private clubs that kind of operated a little bit of a gray area. Definitely were not advertising that they were playing poker there, so kind of tough to find good games. And yeah, if Ohio continues to stick with the business model of poker is gambling, and we don't want it here, then I'm sorry for you, because it's a fantastic game of skill, and it should be free to play everywhere, or rather available to play everywhere, I should say.
Okay, so the day before I played.
Brandy opened up with the jacks. Becca called with the 7-deuce and the nit button still.
Finished at 9 a.m.
Teresa actually folded with a suited 8-5 of diamonds pre. She still has her nit button.
I actually don't know what time I finished, but I know I got up at 10.
Mallory,
No, 11 and then
that's right, Mallory flopped a queen high flush draw and did not continue either, so interesting.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of hands that played out a little bit unorthodox, but you know, lower stakes game, you're definitely going to see some of that.
I work here as a freelancer.
And here we go, 1-2-5 with Teresa on the button with her nit button.
Right. Yeah, so I
Still
was
trying to
playing
best
constant, but I
Becca
was, this weekend I
for
was
the $100, for who has to fund the $120 PLO flip.
But yeah, no, I.
There are two players away from the table, so that at least increases her chances of having a winning hand a little bit.
I would kill.
Brandy got the double straddle on for 10.
But you can assume the strategy.
Chancellor Poker asking, will there be merch available on the 28th? Yeah, since it's a little bit of a rebrand going from Texas Card House to TCH Social, I can't speak for how much merchandise is going to be available. I'm not really plugged in with that, but I presume that they have been preparing for the rebrand, and there will be some TCH Social gear. Also, just Texas Card House is still the name of, you know, the overall company. So I presume they'll still be selling some of the old Texas Card House gear, you know, branded for Austin as well. So yes, I think the answer is definitely going to be yes. As to what kind of new stuff they're going to have with the fresh branding, I'm not exactly sure. But come on down, check it out, and yeah, hopefully you find something good there that you'd like to pick up and wear.
Oh my god.
We just saw Dory take down another pot, another $18 profit, and she will take it and continue to add those up.
But she's a goofball. She
May not be a heater, but she's definitely enjoying dragging some pots here the last round or two. And Jacob chiming in saying that was a misread for sure. Mallory has never folded a second nut draw in her life. I concur.
Yeah, I'm
But she, like,
quite certain of
she's
that
very
as well.
expressionate, so she'll like. Sometimes if you, I swear she actually has to understand me, but I know like logically she doesn't. But if I say stuff, sometimes she'll go like this. She'll go. And like just drop her jaw at me. It's the cutest thing ever. I'm like, I know, girl. Let me give you the tea. Like, it's so
Now,
funny.
my dog has learned all sorts of things, and he was a stray, but he's sit, stay.
$10 straddle on
So funny.
Teresa calling
Amy came over
from the
and
cutoff.
was trying to get him to
Has
shake
her
me, and I
hit
kept
button.
saying,
Definitely want to see her be a little bit more aggressive here with the suited ace. Mallory going to do the squeezing, makes it 50 to go, and oh my goodness, Teresa is just going to fold.
Wow.
And while she was sort of way behind and would have needed a miracle She would have been able to play in position with a suited ace and a knit button. I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to see a flop there.
Absolutely. Just $40 more.
When she's done with one side, she just takes her hands away.
Yeah, but you know, when players are sort of unfamiliar with the knit game, I don't know the experience that these players have with it, but you know, it's not clear how you should be factoring in modifications to your game in terms of like, okay, now I should be playing a little bit wider, other places I should be playing a little bit tighter, etc. Or just thinking about the phantom sort of money that's in the middle, right? Like every pot she plays with Becca has an extra $120 in the middle.
Sure.
And you can discount it a little bit because it's a PLO flip and she does have one hand that has a chance. You know, so whatever. You want to call it $105 in the middle when she plays the hand against Becca. But, you know, these things really affect how you should be playing the game. And not everybody is cued in on that. So, you know, we're going to see some different plays, that's for sure. Jack 9-9. The nines are still hot here tonight. Becca with the top pair, the top kicker to go with the nines on board. Becca is in the 1C.
He's got two different beds. One's upstairs, one's downstairs.
Definitely a Texas regular as far as poker goes and has been for quite some time. She is going to take this one down with the top, and she gets rid of the knit button, so Teresa going to have to pay this one out. 120 going in the middle for a flip.
Or no, it's 15 times 9.
Now we do a flip.
We do a flip for that.
Oh, what? So she had the last knit button, so now we do the
I must have missed that the last time.
Free knit.
That's when you were going.
You played it, you just weren't paying attention, Becca.
You remember the
Yeah,
last
but
time
it's
you
like
were
at
confused?
$15.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember the last time you were confused and you were going, what is going on? What is going on?
It
That's
keeps
what's going on.
changing. So I didn't know.
I was like, I lost
Well, I just remember throwing Vicky 15. We all threw her 15.
Dory makes a great teacher.
Oh, is that for? Oh, okay. So what's the knit's still 15,
also
right?
15, but you just put it on.
Mr. Henry Thompson. Yeah, Rebecca shares your last name. It is Rebecca Thompson. You can check out her Hendon Mob. Plays a lot of cash and does play some tournaments, mostly 5-card and 4-card tournaments.
Oh, the sevens are nice people. You with the queen?
All right, looks like, what is this? Queen's full for Dory. And Dory's going to get another little rebate on her losses from
There you
earlier
go.
in the program.
So I talked to the vet, and I got like more than years and stuff, and maybe do a roll.
Yeah, Rebecca left a career as a saleswoman. I think she was a sales engineer. Not sure what industry she was in, but she has been playing poker professionally for several years now.
One's going to eat it all, so you can't regulate which cat is eating.
I literally,
You know?
Mine got like really upset with me and started eating
Oh,
everything. And then when they started that, they realized she gets a mushroom, and so they would jimmy the food down, and then I guess the feed means
but it's like
Like I have to like put the food down for one cat.
I don't really eat a lot
For the other one, so the other one has
right.
because literally I call it
like a chicken
she would eat.
There's salmon, rice bowls.
Everybody says
Like they started like
I don't like fish.
they were so
All right, so the knit game will be off or about in orbit. Reminder, the 7-deuce game is still on for $15 a player. Dory going to open it up here, $20 to go with the ace-4, and it's another sighting of the ladies.
about the menu at Lost.
Teresa wielding them this time. Here comes the 3-bet to a very large size.
I'm trying. Is that so? Mine is like it has
Yeah, definitely not wanting to invite the rest of the table to join in for
and like ties the.
$60 or so, and she's going to pop it up to 120.
Probably shouldn't, but I would.
Dory says, I probably shouldn't.
So that's like I have one.
But I'm
thinking of
gonna.
getting a second one, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
I've
I
been,
wouldn't
like,
recommend
reading
it,
kind of reviews and stuff,
but she does want to see a flop, and that is not the flop she had in mind. Beautiful flop for Teresa. She launches an infinite number of green chips into the middle,
7-deuce.
betting 400 into 260
That was really good.
to take it down.
The old get out of my pot bet.
VV is up some Taco Bell money, and she's got $9 of profit. in her stack.
No Sunday game.
Alex up 1,000. She's still leading the way. Brandy still in second position here, 651 in profit and sitting on a 2K stack of her own. Dory down the most in for about 4K at this point. Lindsay stuck the second most amount, and it's only 270 bucks. So Dory really kind of throwing the party here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, pretty awesome that both of those players, Dory and Lindsay, have hubbies that are out there playing in our Black Chip Bounty tournament right now. So still probably about an hour of registration left in that Tuesday night 10K guarantee, $300 buy-in Black Chip Bounty tournament. Always a fun one. All right, everyone gets an ace.
Two fake aces on the flop for 4-deuce. Ace jacks are out front VV with solid chances of chopping, but no longer, as both Dory and Alex are going to pick up a pair of jacks to go with the fours on board. Alex going to go for a big check raise here. Excuse me, not big. It was a bet of 100 from Dory, so a 2.5x check raise. And Dory, who has already played some relatively speculative holdings, is almost certainly not going anywhere. Yeah, she does kind of take her time there, does make the call. And board gets a little bit more connected, but you don't really expect too many ace-5s out there unless Alex potentially had something like the ace-5 of clubs, maybe the 5-6 of clubs, but I don't think we've seen a lot of plays here tonight where you're expecting your opponent to have too many of these sort of bluff raises. So Alex here, though, lining up a pretty chunky bet here, 400 into 750, a little over half pot. And Dory is like, well, if you got me, you got me. And they're going to chop it up.
Ah, twinsies.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Like I went for a crying ball.
I was sticky.
All right, another chop pot there. Another event that's going to be a big one and a fun one. The Poker Atlas Tour, event number 2. A lot of flights for this one as well, including some turbos. This is a $500 buy-in, so not quite the $900 buy-in as the main event, but $500K guaranteed prize pool Wednesday the 21st. So a week from tomorrow, there will be flights 10 a.m. every day at the Dallas location, 2 p.m. every day at the Las Colinas location, as well as turbos at the nighttime in Dallas. So that's going to be a fun one, another 2-day event. $500 buy-in for a chance to win some big bucks.
Yeah, first place well into the 6 figures, and fantastic opportunity to turn 500 into some real spending money. So definitely a good value tournament right there. And yeah, I mean, just so many good tournaments all throughout the Texas Card House sort of series of operations. You know, we had the big Poker Atlas Tour that came through down in Houston a couple months ago. Had a little series out at the RGV location as well, and now Dallas and Austin getting in on it. So, you know, pretty much just seems like every month or every other month there's a big poker series at one of the TCH locations. Just incredible stuff.
Thanks, Coach.
I am now.
Lindsay going to raise it up. I think she's had these 7s before. She's going to get 3-bet by Alex with the ace-jack of diamonds.
Yeah. Just, you know, yeah.
All right, Poker Face is activated. It's non-stop snarls from here on out.
You'll be looking back at the video and be like, what did I do? What did
Wow.
I see?
What a flop for Alex here.
For a long time, so.
Getting a massage, flopping trip jacks. Gonna check it over to Lindsay.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good board for Lindsay. She's going to go for a little bit of the larger size here, just hoping to sort of scare off any of the overcards. If she gets something like King 10 to fold, that's a big win for her. So she goes for the larger size. Gets called, though. And when you get called on Jack, Jack 5, 2 hearts, and a 10 of hearts peels off, it's pretty much one of the worst cards that you could see. Obviously, the ace of hearts maybe a little bit worse. But, yeah, especially when Alex goes ahead and leads here, you're going to be feeling pretty bad about the 2 sevens, no heart. And big size from Alex. I'm not sure what she's trying to accomplish here, other than get max value from a cooler jack like Queen Jack or King Jack. But even that you could potentially scare away. I mean, this is such a large bet that, I mean, what do you do if you have Queen Jack here? Like Queen Jack of clubs? Are you ready to call pot-sized bet, putting... Oh, she only has, she only have 279 left? This is basically an all-in. Just sort of a jam from Alex. Okay, I didn't even see how short Lindsay had gotten.
Yeah,
Never mind, I guess.
Rough spot there.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to do any leading there, you do just basically put your opponent all in. Interesting.
Check out our VPIPs so far tonight. This isn't a PLO game, so we've got some pretty high VPIPs. BV, Dory, 50+%. Teresa and Mallory, 38%. Everybody's over that Mendoza line of 20%.
And well over the Lottie line, 23%. Lexi bringing up the rear, and 23%, a pretty standard and respectable VPIP in most Hold'em orientations. So, yeah, we're playing some cards tonight.
Pizza's on its way.
Ooh, pizza's on its way. I'll save you a slice, Aaron.
Perfect. Airmail it to me.
It's nice not having to play with your mortgage. Not doing it for a living. It's fine.
I know, right? I was like,
I was just trying to get my stock out.
Daphne Turner saying, shout out to Dory and Becca. All the ladies look beautiful tonight. And, of course, we agree. And she says, hopefully I get the next invite. Absolutely. If you're in touch with Mallory, that is who you would reach out to about getting in on any of the live streams that we do here at TCH Dallas on Tuesday nights. She put this lineup together, as she does every week. We'd love to have you, Daphne.
Eight high board here, neither player connecting. Becca's still out front with 2 overcards. Vivi not going anywhere, does make the call with her ace high, and things not getting any better as the 7 not going to be doing much work here against the 10 from Becca. Another bet here, half pot again from Vivi in position, excuse me, from Becca in position, and Vivi will let it go.
yes. Came down for the.
I love high-low.
Once again, looking at profit and loss, Alex
Things to do there.
up the most, now up 1.2K, so continuing to move in the positive direction. Brandy and Lexi both up 650, 550 respectively. Teresa and Mallory up a little bit as well. We are going to put in, not a new deck into play, but I guess just spread the deck there real quick. Becca now down $63.
No regrets.
Has been mostly treading water, a little up, a little down, and Dory down at 2K.
That's my granddaughter's name. I love that name.
I like that we play specials there too. It's fun. Specials are fun.
I like to play. My friend was like, "You know Phil Ivey?" I was like, "Yes, hook me up."
You get to interview all of the people.
That's why I was like, "What?"
You get to interview all of the. You were just around all of the poker celebrities, all of the big names in the game.
It was actually really cool. It was my first summer in Vegas. So getting to like not only like be there, but like get to like meet everyone.
Yeah, full on summer camp right there. That's what I heard a lot of times. They call it summer camp.
Oh yeah, I thought it was so when they first said that to me, I thought it was a troll because of how young I am. And they were like, no, it's like adult silver cup.
We all get excited about going to it.
Yeah.
The WSOP.
Heads up to the
it
flop.
is. It's like a month-long convention for poker players.
Right, exactly. No, I love it. I got there. I was there the whole time, and like, I even stayed an extra week. I know everyone is by the end of it. It's like, oh, I'm so sick of like Vegas. I love Vegas. I love South Point. I like
South Point's fun.
That's like my favorite. I like.
Do you know, I know a secret about South Point. I used to go to the same massage girl at Caesars all the time, which is my favorite spot. But she learned how to do that at South Point. That spot's kind of a teaching moment, and it's got the best prices with the best students because some of them are teachers and stuff like that. So it's got everything.
Yeah, it really is. It's really got everything, and it's like it's.
That's where they learn to do.
Becca bets, and it's another fold here. Ace high would have been a chop, but yeah, how do you find the call there on that board? Does make some sense to get out of there and play down the ace high. So nice play there from Becca, getting her off the
I don't want
chop.
to like brag, but it felt really good. It was like a really cool moment.
It is a big deal. I remember first time we took like 20 people there in like I want to say 2009. And we all played a $1,500 event, and Jim bagged chips, and then he bagged chips again. He was at for day 3. He played with Liv Burry. I was so drunk on the rail. Oh my God. She's literally the best. He ended up taking her out. He was 21st, and he made $18,000, and we thought we were rolling.
Yeah. That's the kind of rail I would want to have
And
right
we
there.
we took everybody for a steak dinner at the steak restaurant at the top of Rio. We had fun. We thought it was, you know.
No, like, but that's the thing is like it's such a cool moment. I wish more people understood like.
A couple of small pocket pairs here, Becca and Lindsay.
My work for social media.
Over to Mallory with the Jack 5. She's out of there. Heads up we go. Lindsay here has added on. She's got a fistful of black chips over there. So not working with the $240 or whatever.
Third time.
Never mind. That's not a full black or fistful of blacks. That is actually just one black chip. So she's gotta have what, like 350 there or something? It's not very much. Maybe 400.
Third time the charm maybe with the sevens here.
Becca, though, a very aggressive player. She just sort of recognizes that when her opponents are checking in this kind of a lineup that they aren't going to be strong, but that she could either get a better hand to fold or just all of the hands she beats to just go ahead and lay it down. This time, not the case, as Lindsay will go for the check call on the turn.
And Maria is so nice.
So it's like you already have like these people that you work up to in poker, but it's like you sit here and you're just
Check,
like,
check.
wow, like how can you be this amazing and nice and pretty and chill and cool?
Yeah, I don't know if Becca really knew what to put her on once she made the call there on the turn. So she just went ahead and waved the white flag, and Lindsay's going to take that one down. Third time's a charm with those pocket sevens.
Yeah, the fives there, it's always kind of weird. A lot of times you will take these small pairs and kind of run them as bluffs slash sort of pseudo, sort of bluffs or pseudo value hands up until the river, where, you know, there's some draws available where you may just have the best hand, you can deny some equity or whatnot. But yeah, you kind of get to a river, usually just kind of take your showdown value, and if your opponent shows you a better hand, you're like, whatever, at fives.
Whatever.
Kristen Fox.
Well, I walked out to get a beverage, and our room is kicking out there. Lots of cash tables and about 70 entries so far in that black chip bounty tournament tonight, with still 30 minutes to go or so of registration.
I recently was asked like, who's your favorite female player, and I just like went on a tangent. I'm like, well, I like this person's blonde, I like this person's spotless, I think they're all so sweet. Like,
I was like, punch the limper. I'm like, I didn't even get the limp.
Dory putting in a nice 3-bet here in position with the suited ace-9. He holding that 7-deuce, saying, damn it, I was going to do that.
I'd like to see her just make it 200 here and just say YOLO.
She just might. She is in your head.
Yeah, she can't make it too small, though. 200 is sort of at the bottom end of what needs to go for. She's going to make it 150, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough to get an opponent who's already committed 60 to fold in position. Especially Dory, who has shown a tendency to be quite sticky. She does make the call, and with 332 in the middle, SPR under 2. VV going to need to get a good flop, and that's not it.
Ooh.
Going to pair her 7.
Oh, no.
She's just going to jam it, though, for 1.5x pot, and Dory, this is kind of an uncomfortable position, but Dory's stuck, and Vivi just, like, snap jammed here. This is either, like, kings with the king of spades, queens with the queen of spades. Like, that's definitely very real. Yeah, she could be up against ace king. Yeah, she could be just, like, totally buried here by big ace, but...
And Dory is a one-time gal, doesn't run more than once, so here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, VV needs a 7 or a deuce.
Running spades would do some stuff as well.
That was what I thought you had.
You wild animal.
You are right.
All right, 7 or a deuce for VV. Run it once.
I'm always once. I just want people to know that I'm confident enough to call. I'm confident enough in my head.
There's the first spade.
Chop outs.
Oh, and another one.
Oh, my goodness.
That hard.
TV went full on duck mode
I put you on that exactly, and I'm like, she's either
and
got
gets
ace
bailed out
That would be crazy if you
by the spades. Wow.
I think that's a fitting end to the hand for VV to just super launch it with the 7 deuce, trying to get that 120 bucks from the table. And gets the chop. Let's go. Let's go, VV.
You should
Oh,
have
my
felt
goodness.
what I felt when they were in that. I was just
No,
like,
I mean, Dory's a very intuitive player. All those things that you mentioned, you know, the snap jam by VV, you know, the possibility of, you know, the kings, jacks, you know, with a spade. We're very possible there. She's got top pair and got her covered. 7 deuce game is on, and, you know, may have crossed her mind too. She really thought it through and said, you know what, I call. Good call there by Dory.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
was
a good run out.
That was a really fun hand.
It was.
I mean, those hands are so entertaining for us to watch, and they're like, I mean, yes, Dory didn't lose, so it could have been more painful, but that is still a painful hand to lose. Like, she is a massive favorite and has to end up splitting the pot.
You put one pair to the test.
I did promise that I might not win a lot, but I would be entertaining. I think that.
I think we need more wine.
True to form there, Dory. True to form.
But
I like this
thank you
entertainment.
very much. There's Dusty.
She came over.
Dusty Rose.
Yeah, another female crusher's out there right now, Dusty Smith. She's out there playing some PLO tonight. We've seen her on some of our live streams, including a big tournament score here at TCH.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
She was in Oklahoma.
I didn't say.
All right, ace 10, 7-6, 2 spades out there. Alexi with the flush draw. Bottom pair for VV
Well, and
to the turn.
yeah, it's different people. I
Bet
was
of
wondering if
55, so a chunky over bet here, and VV will show the 6 and fold.
last lady's name that I was
Alexi gets
Are
it
we allowed to
through.
see the river? Such a sweetheart. Who is?
Rabbit hunting the river here, wants to see if she can get her flush, and she would not have gotten it.
You said yes, and then fluffy. I think you did.
I don't know why.
I had a
VV's
pair.
like, oh, I folded the best hand. Whenever somebody who wins the pot asks to see the river, you're like, oh, come on, get out of here. Yeah. You were on a draw. Or they were on a quad draw when there's like some sort of deal where like if you made quad aces, it would have paid you or something. Then you're like, okay, you might have had a set of aces.
I'm on a quad draw.
That's what I said. I was
It's always a fun draw.
Yeah, well, we do that here at Texas Card House in Austin right now with
I said, nothing gets stripped.
quads of the day. So
So it's like a
you know, you come on in, you make the quads of the day, and you could get paid out, you know, quite a bit of money. It starts at 200, goes up by 200 bucks a day until it's hit, resets.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I imagine they'll be continuing that or some similar sort of promos at the new location as well. TCH Social in Austin kicking off here in just a couple of weeks on the 28th. Grand opening with all sorts of fantastic things happening. TCH Social in Austin, August 28th. Hope that you guys will come and join us.
Maui, can you hit for service?
3 players to a flop. It's a pair of deuces still best for Lindsay, but Mallory with the overcards and the straight draw is going to bet 15 bucks and take down the pot.
It's okay. We got half of it. We chop. Yeah, for sure. Chop is a win. Yeah, no. Chop is better than me. Yeah. Always. Hey, I've already.
I'm gonna throw up one more quick video promo.
Kicks off on August 20th with the $50,000 guaranteed kickoff event. $250 buy-in. Join us at Texas Card House Dallas at 3 p.m. for this exciting tournament.
And she hit a 7. I mean, she had a deuce or a 7 too.
Yeah. Outs to a chop. You don't consider that like on the flop.
I'm getting a spike ball. She's like, now that you talk about that.
I'm not spike balling.
No, I'm just going with it.
I like to go one time also.
I feel like I'm confident in what I go all in with. I don't always go in with draws. I think a lot of people go in with draws because they think that they're going to play it twice. I'm like, no, I'm good with what I have now.
Oh yeah,
And I'll do it on a draw too.
I should probably pick a side on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whatever.
Monotone flop here. Top pair for Alex, but Dory with the queen of diamond.
You could always say
Yeah, and the gutty to Broadway.
But then you get in the up to you standoff, and then it's like it's up to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to you.
Then I
Well,
just like
it's up to you.
They go back and forth on like one time.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's not right. If there's any question, it's like, what time?
Yeah, that's it.
Lexi getting out of there. Had 2 pretty red cards, but the wrong red.
Turn card, not a good one for Alex, but does still have the best of it. She's going to slow down with the check. Dory quick to check behind, just going to take her river for free, and the 8 of clubs not what she's looking for. Alex with the best of it. Would like to see it. Yeah, potentially just. Oh my God. Okay, well that happened really quick. Dory powers it through.
Yep.
River over bet. Wow.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of quick folds tonight. You know, I think the players could maybe spend a little bit more time and think a few of those hands down. But, you know, again, still not much of a kicker there with the ace. Jacks were on the board, so.
I need more wine.
Yeah, ace deuce, a pure bluff catcher, and Dory overbet that. That was 200.
Yeah, she bombed it, yeah.
But yeah, I usually will take my time in those spots too. I'm like, wait a minute, I have top pair. You know, like, what are you really trying to tell me you have? You flopped a flush, or you turned trip jacks and you're overbetting me?
Yeah, and you still may come to that same conclusion. You still may let your hand go, but you know, you just don't want to let your opponent think that they can just blast into you every time and get you off some good hands. Rut row.
All my outs.
Do you have soccer?
Caleb says the run good massage continues. Yeah, absolutely.
Last time I got a massage here at TCH, I was in a tournament and I flopped quad 9s. That was a pretty good feeling. Yeah.
You had a quad draw.
I did. And let my buddy get a flush on the river and paid me off. Good stuff.
Got him.
Got him. That spade could not have helped you. Because
right,
I have the quads.
Alex here, king jack. 3-betting it up to 50. Just one caller, heads up we go to an 8 high board. game back in effect, so a lot of incentive here to try to win pots, and Alex is going to win this one. Shows down what was the best hand, King Jack high.
Suited?
She's like, no, not suited.
So what did she have?
She was jacking off.
Exactly.
Oh. Everybody does it.
She gets it too. We all get it.
We all play our Jack King off differently, and Alex really liked hers.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta say, your hair is like beautiful.
Almost 150 of y'all joining us tonight.
I'm like
Very pretty.
2 hours into our Tuesday night ladies night stream. I'm going to throw a little something out there to the chat. We were just doing a little quoting of the old movie Rounders. If they were to do another poker movie like Rounders, who would be another actor that could play the poker villain like John Malkovich? I have somebody in mind. Who do you guys think would be a good villain in a new poker movie
Yeah, exactly.
if they were to come out with one? Aaron, any thoughts for you?
The poker villain, huh?
Yeah. Who would
And
be
we're
a good-
talking like a good poker movie, one where poker players go and watch it and are like, oh, that was well done, or like,
Yeah.
we want some cheese.
Yeah. Instead of just complete cheese, you know, now that we've all been playing for 20 years.
35. Okay, I love it.
Does cosplay?
I do cosplay.
Like legit.
Yeah.
I really like comedians. So do you
I'm going to go with Javier
Bardem.
Bardem.
Like cosplay for them, or do you go like what do you
For
do?
who?
Wow, I'm gonna have to look
Like,
that
what do you
guy up.
Oh, I just go.
If you saw
and
No
I
Country
act
for
like
Old
Cindy.
Men, he was the villain in that movie.
No, I support
Oh,
Like,
okay.
the whole point of
He's
anime
got kind of a weird accent,
is to
kind
get
of a weird
drunk
look to him.
and
I think he
let
could be a
loose.
good poker villain.
I don't, but I like being
I think
around
that's
the
right.
people
Yeah, he could.
who do.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to come up with something, though, because right now the chat hadn't come up with squat. So it may just be you and I talking about this.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't recommend Nicolas Cage because I went and saw the Long Legs movie.
Yeah, you're too
where
busy long-legging it with old Nick Cage.
It was not great.
Do you want me to move in the middle?
DFW poker community.
I don't know. I do like to see, you know, actors that don't traditionally play those roles sometimes kind of jump in there.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of like Liam Neeson, who's always the good guy,
Right?
you know, or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, playing the
Rebecca's
role
that
of
cool
bad guy.
aunt.
Like it was kind of cool when
She's like traveling, lets you have a sip of her wine.
Yeah.
Always has
the guy that
music
played
plays, like, yeah, no, I'm here for it.
Walt White in Breaking Bad, when he played some, you know, more serious roles and stuff after Malcolm in the Middle, and,
Like you make,
you know, more of his kind of easy-going character, you know. I thought that was really pretty cool, and he did a pretty good job in a couple of different films. But
There you go.
Kim, yeah, I love him. I love him.
Daphne in the chat saying Idris Elba would be a good one. He's pretty good at everything he does, so I don't see why not.
Jason, yes, Tobey Maguire, that would be awesome.
Oh, God.
he could be a real life villain, poker villain.
Yeah, just a total cheese ball. Tobey Maguire. I like it.
Well, I have to tell you, learning it is very easy.
Battle of the Broadway 10s.
I recently had a conversation.
King 10 versus Queen 10. Both players connect to a second. Chancellor says John Malkovich was the best. No one would be better. John Malkovich did a very good job in that role. That is for sure.
Tipping point. It's based.
Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if anybody could take him serious in a
Little southern jerk, you know.
Yeah.
They play over 10,000 hours, and that's what made them so cohesive. And so, that's awesome. Yeah, and yeah, it's a true thing. So.
I think both players just going to be happy to get to showdown here a lot of the time, but Brandy has other ideas. She's going to bet half pot here on the turn.
That's how old I am.
On different days is a different age.
I feel like a child.
Always curious to see how folks will play these sort of second pair good kicker type holdings on these double flush draw boards. You know, you're like, I kind of want to deny equity / get some value. You know, what size do I pick? Am I ever really denying, equity with the size that I choose? Am I really getting value or only getting called by an ace? I don't know. These are things that are always curious. Phoebe here with the King of Hearts. She has the key card as the 5 of Hearts peels off, and if she decides to bomb this with that full fist of greens, she might just get this one through. Brandy with the Queen of Hearts, though, so a big blocker as far as the heart flush draw coming in, and it's a bet of 175, so it is a large size, but not quite full pot. Now we find out if Brandy is capable of big hero call here. Of course, she'll still lose to the kicker, but she would kind of have the right line here, which is that Vivi's bluffing. Wow, yep. There it is. Brandy makes the call, and she is going to be devastated to see that she's losing to the kicker.
Yeah, it's tough when you have kind of the right read, but your hand still is pipped and you don't win. But
yeah, it's kind of wild, right? You look at this as kind of a spot where Vivi has a very good hand in terms of showdown value. She has second pair with the best kicker. She has the King of Hearts blocking the best flushes, right? Like, her hand just kind of wants to get to showdown, and so to turn it into a bluff is maybe a little bit unorthodox. So I actually really like the call there from Brandy. It's just super unfortunate that Vivi is quote-unquote bluffing with the best hand there and gets sort of max value out of it. It's pretty unfortunate for Brandy, but well played.
Frederick Turner's got a little Sam Jackson as a villain. That could definitely be interesting, because he would definitely talk trash at the table, no doubt about it. Say what? One more time. that could be good. I could see Sam Jackson doing that. Dory now with the pocket sevens that have been going around. She's going to make the call here.
I like the hat now.
I got one for you. What about John Goodman?
Oh, John Goodman could, yeah, because he's a big, large man and can definitely have a voice that carries. I like it.
Yeah, he's got that demeanor, where I think he can definitely go both ways as far as, the likable sort of affable character, as well as the no, bro, I'm gonna put you down, bury you in the desert kind of a guy,
Yeah, and he's played a villain before. Can't remember the name of the movie, but where he kidnapped people and killed them. Underground bunker type weird movie.
Yeah.
What the hell was that called?
I also just liked his sort of weird but pretty aggressive temperament in The Big Lebowski. Right?
Oh, 100%.
He just did a really good job of selling I'm a freaking crazy guy and I will mess you up.
Yep.
All right, pair of kings here for Becca, still best through the turn, 5 of diamonds. Straight draw for Mallory, though. She's calling. And Dory in there with the sevens. And Queen comes in on the river. So Mallory going to improve to second pair, but still the second best hand. Mallory going to lead now. Becca's well, I don't know. Probably don't lose to that much.
Oh, she got it. She's got it.
Yeah, Mal there going for a little bit of a block size. I don't mind it. 25% there, hoping to get called by a 10. It does make a little bit of sense to go for the block size there. But yeah, Becca going to get rid of her knit button. Not going to have to pay this one out. Or I guess, well, she was the second to last player there, but Teresa
did pay it out, yeah. Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane is the movie I was thinking of with John Goodman. That was a weird movie. Saw that in the theater, and it just was not what I expected, especially the ending. But yeah, he played a really good villain in that one. Yeah, I'd love another poker movie to come out as long as, the poker parts of the movie were actually somewhat accurate. unlike some of the movies that have come out from the James Bond poker scenes and some of that stuff that's just so unrealistic and trashy. But
Blinky.
201 Steez says here for Alex. Got another Alex fan as she takes a swig of her Ghost energy drink. Uh-oh. BV gonna come in with the 7-deuce. She's gonna try it again. Just making the call though. On tilt Lindsay though with the big slick here. Hit button. Yeah, she's gonna rip it. She should be able to take down all that dead money out there.
Show 7-deuce, please. It's like
Nice hand there for Lindsay.
Don't look at it.
If
you just close your eyes.
I feel like it plays the same.
No, 100%.
Oh, that's for sure.
I'm literally sitting here and I'm like, she still has 7-deuce. I'm like, okay, I'll let her.
Dark Knight saying, hey, commentator, is on tilt Lindsay a reg at these stakes? She plays really well. Well, I'm not sure how much she really plays. It's the first time I've actually seen her play. I know she is a realtor in her personal life and married to an awesome guy, Mr. On Tilt Nick himself. But yeah, she's doing a pretty good job tonight. She's trying to get her night turned around as well. That's a good start there, taking down $161 in dead money with Ace King.
Yeah, there's enough of us.
Mallory got a pretty suited Queen Jack. She's going to raise it up to 50. And takes it down. Gets rid of her knit button as well.
Oh, if I don't tip you, just tell me. Because there's a good chance I'll get wrapped in the
Just say cookie jar.
We
know you can't tell us.
Somebody
they can't tell you. They can't tell you.
It was actually really funny. I kept thinking I forgot.
That's sweet of Alex to say, hey dealer, if I forget to tip you, tell me. Of course, our dealers would never, ever do that. They're never going to ask for tips, but they do work for tips and appreciate it, so good on you, Alex.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of rake back or tip back. That's what a dealer playing is mostly, is tip back.
Yeah.
Female poker villain from Made You Rage, Bro, Anne Hathaway. Okay.
Yeah, she's got a pretty serious demeanor to her sometimes.
I'm going to go with Meryl Streep.
Oh, okay.
The old cranky villain.
Daphne says Dory got a refill on her cocktail. I think she's been drinking wine all night. Did she switch to cocktails? I'm not sure, but you're jealous and busy writing books, man. Yeah, well, come on down to Texas Card House, play some poker. Sounds like you got to get out a little. Wish we had a spot for you here on the stream, but these ladies are going to continue to battle it out. Raised to 60 from Mallory, and Alexi calling. Teresa going to stick around, and after Lindsay gets out of the way, it's going to be 3 players seeing a flop.
It's a little too late to say I was going to go with the 10-9 after seeing that flop, but...
Quarter pot here from Mallory. Lexi, 2 overs and a gut shot, but no club in hand, and she is just going to let it go. Thought about it for a second. You could see her reaching for chips, but decided against it. And Teresa going to go for the check excuse me, not check raise, raise in position to 300. And Mallory going to take a little time before she pitches her cards into the garbage can.
These are really expensive cards, Aaron. I don't think she's going to throw them into the garbage can. But I know what you do there.
The proverbial
The
garbage
proverbial muck pile. Unless we got a misread, she's thinking.
That's a big bet.
Yeah, it is a big bet. She's got a big hand.
201 Steez.
200.
Checking out. Definitely gonna have to check the stream out more. Well, we look forward to seeing you back here. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks very much.
I had some catching up to do too.
Oh, what did you show? Did you show?
Yeah, the Nick game always does sort of make you squint a little bit harder at what your opponent could be up to and whether or not Teresa's just trying to punk you. But you have ace queen high on a 10-9-6 board. It's just not the time to sort of die on that hill, and Mallory does make the correct fold. Gets to see the hand nonetheless, and you know, finds out that she was drawing extraordinarily thin. So
I'm like trying not
pretty
to be
good.
like the chatty Cathy, but I
No,
love
You are entertaining though. Like,
Absolutely.
there needs to be a good mix of like just different people and characters, and like that's you. So be proud of it. I don't talk much. I'm like,
Nice hand for Becca, raising it up, and Alex now a couple of ladies.
Yeah, Alex running pretty hot here tonight. She has seen a lot of big pairs and sort of just getting a lot of kind of playable spots, you know.
like if I flop the nuts and I check. Yeah.
But he's like always instigating.
Yes, I know what you mean. Like
VV also has a pair and her knit button.
yeah, maybe kind of like
Looks like she doesn't want to let go of her pocket fives.
Yeah.
yeah,
He is
yeah.
going to make the call.
Just tap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when he talks,
Someone was gonna get that.
I don't say much, but
when you do, it's
What Becca decides to do here. A lot of money out there. She's out of position, but does have a suited ace.
good. Heck yeah.
Going 3 to a flop. Oh, wow.
sure you don't want some wine?
That's going to be trouble for Alex here. What a
Yeah.
flop for Becca.
It really is. When this pot starts to blow up, though, Becca here with 1.3K.
Oh, my God.
I was going to say when this pot starts to blow up, it's going to start to look kind of nasty for Alex, but
Wouldn't it be fun? Like
Vivi's the one to launch it in. And
Yeah.
when Becca rejams here, I don't know what Alex is going to think about this. It may give her a way out. I don't know how you fold queens, but
They both called for 100 pre-flop. You know, you could put somebody maybe on pocket fours, diamonds. I mean, it's going to be sick when Becca does make this call.
Right.
Wonder if their colors are different.
I mean,
I used to sing back in the day.
the queens just go up in flames, but
My musical theater friends and I would go.
that's 150 and just gets a $900, almost $1,000 jam from VV.
Because we could all sing. So it's fun.
See what the official count is here. Wow.
To be entertained. It's like this is bad karaoke or drunk karaoke. That's
yeah, I think at this point Becca's just like, okay, you probably got a flush draw. I can deal with that. I've even got the queen blocker, so you've got one fewer outs. But when Becca gets it in here,
So I remember like
she may have to reevaluate. I think it's just like super easy snap call for her right now. But now Becca puts the money in, and it's like, wait, what?
Alex is like, what the hell is going on here? Look at her face.
Yeah, this is sort of what I expected, right? It's like this transition from like, of course I'm calling that to, uh-oh. and that takes some time
Myself, my dog.
to figure out. She's got a lot of profit in front of her right now. If she folds, she's still up 900. If she calls, not only is she risking all of her profit, but she still has to play another 300 against Becca, and Becca is representing something quite strong. See if Alex can get away from this one.
Yeah, she's saying maybe somebody has fours. She's talking about it when Becca still has money behind, so Maui quick to let her know to stop talking about the hand. But it's hard not to think out loud when you get two players put $1,000 and you're sitting here with a big overpair.
Mallory, thank you for putting this together. Thank you for putting this together.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Or thank Rebecca. For saying Dory will do it. Dory will do anything. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty weird spot here. I don't know, man. I've been here on occasion, and yeah,
What a
she's going to
fold.
find the good fold. Well
Great
done.
fold.
I mean, it's good stuff. And I can drink.
David Frazier bringing it back. Rounders villain Alan Kessler. I love it. But we were talking about a high production film, though. I don't know that Alan can actually act.
Going one time.
Good safe run out here. No queen, so. Oh, Alex isn't even there. She just like ran away from the table. She's like, I don't want to see if the queen comes.
I should have raised
Yep.
to get Rebecca out of that hand.
And yeah, VV there. Down to the felt with the fives.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't usually flop an overpair with fives. So when you do, you kind of feel like, oh, this may be my shot. But yeah, pretty nasty spot. Running into the queens and the ace-3 there.
And there is our friend from Germany, Mr. German Moneymaker, saying sick fold. Yeah, it's probably a fold that we've seen you make on the live stream, brother. That was indeed a well thought out, just like I can't be good here, fold there by Alex. So.
Lawrence Popper asking, is TCH in Austin moving to a new location? It absolutely is. The new location will be right across from the current location, so just north across Anderson Mill Lane here in North Austin. The new location opening in just a couple of weeks. August 28th, doors open, cards in the air, all sorts of fantastic promos. We've got $500 high hands every 15 minutes between noon and 5 p.m. on the grand opening day only. So come on in on August 28th, giving away $10K over the course of that day. Not only that, but we've got the first hand tournament firing up at 4 p.m. that day. $100 buy-in, $30K guarantee, with an additional $10,000 added for the first prize. And if you're one of those guys or gals that likes to play late night poker, got more $500 high hands running every hour from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Not just for the first day, but August 28th, 29th, and 30th. So plenty of opportunities to come on in, get yourself some extra juice here at TCH Social in Austin.
It's better when you say it. I did not expect you to have a free.
Yeah, so they can say it. We're at the age where we're like,
Yeah, German Moneymaker, I think you might want to evaluate who you're playing against before you snap call queens in a spot where it goes open jam for over pot and then a call next to act over your initial raise to bet to 150 and whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel you. Queens are strong, but
$300 pot, open jam for 1,000. I mean, it's just, and then a tank call. I mean, it's just, that was tough. Brandy waking up a couple of Cowboys though. Look at this flop. That ace is probably going to save Brandy here as on tilt Lindsay has flopped middle set.
Oh, I rock with it. Okay. See,
Brandy
nice.
does make the call.
You and Jokes, I actually have a purple one. I should have treated that.
Yes, it would look so cute because then it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
funky.
chunky purple.
Yeah.
See? I just thought, I'm like, what was my daughter? That's what I would make her do. Turn around.
Yeah.
True. Perfect.
Okay, I was like,
Purple, it'd be cute too. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're freaking adorable.
oh, thanks.
Or like a black and white
Ooh,
checker.
pizza time. Let's go.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Back to Brandy here with her kings. Yeah, this is a pretty nasty looking board. It's only a $100 bet, but Lindsay really doesn't have that much behind, so she is just going to let this go, and a good fold there by Brandy.
But if it was like a,
You know, Aaron, the last time I actually played on this stream, I was wearing the same shorts that Lexi's wearing.
Yeah, nice. I've got a really good mental image.
I figured you would enjoy that. That was on the Halloween stream, and I was Lawrence from Office Space.
here, let me hold this.
Well, I was just shocked. All right, we're still going, guys. Where am I?
That pizza looks fantastic.
Yeah, Lawrence, absolutely right. On the opening day, $10 for the entire year membership instead of the usual $300. Of course, that membership going to be good for all TCH locations as well. But you got to be at TCH Social to get the deal. So $10 for the annual membership. Grand opening day only, no exceptions. Ends at midnight, but come on down, hang out with us. Get yourself a $10 membership that's good for all of our locations. Pretty fantastic stuff.
Got to get there before midnight.
All right. Jacob in the chat says it's a great fold, but you beat like maybe jacks or tens, maybe an ace high flush draw, but two players for $1 million. Yeah, that's exactly right. You can find some hands that you beat. It is possible to be like, okay, there's a flush draw, there's pocket jacks, but what is the frequency of that being the case versus your opponent showing up with pocket fours, ace three, right? You got to look at all the combos and think about how the action went, and then also the fact that like you have the betting lead, you bet 150, someone jams and another person calls. Like you still have all of the aces and kings and queens and whatever, right? Like it's not like your range looks weak. It's not like these people are jamming and calling into your weak range. So I don't know, man. You live your best life if you know go down the list and you're like, okay, it could be pocket tens and it could be an ace high flush draw. And also, how well are you performing against that when you put all the money in? Certainly 30% equity is like very, very real. Like, of course, you're going to have 30% plus, but that's in your best case scenario.
Yeah.
The flush draw is actually like probably the best hand there, especially if it's the ace high flush draw, because they've got an over and the flush draw. So they're sitting on something, you know, closer to 40% equity. You might be a dog against the ace high flush draw there with your queens. Of course, you do have the queen of diamonds that changes things a little bit as well. You block some of their flush draws, and also do have a blocker against the king and the ace high flush draw. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, but I don't know. I think it's a great fold.
MTTM saying, never show Lindsay, let him go back and watch. Yeah, well, they did have the knit button, and they do have the knit button game going, so she did need to show her cards there to get rid of her knit button. Otherwise, I'm right there with you. I agree, Mr. Pat, 75. Randy looking a little perplexed here. A couple of $200 bets put out there.
Hey, Beast.
Alex does have the ace of spades, pretty important card. She's going to check it over to VV.
Short stack. Short stack of
Sorry, I thought you said did you? I was like,
BB did check. There comes the river. And it is a spade.
It's okay.
Wow.
Aw.
The way you're eating that pizza.
Yeah, tricky here with the ace of spades for Alex. I mean, 632 in the middle. She's first to act.
It's unhinged.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can bet with confidence, but what are you trying to get a call from is the real question. Something like king, queen, you know, whatever. So I'd like to keep the bet very small. She instead is going to go for half pot, which I think is just a little bit too large, especially considering the fact that BB only has 550. So betting 300 here, you're basically saying, yeah, I'm going to call whatever you do if you jam, and it's going to end up being another 250 back to Alex. How do you fold for 250 with 1500 in the middle? I don't know.
A mile from Pizza Land.
Yeah, I would have loved a tiny little blockish bet here from Alex. You know, 75, something like that. Then Vivi can call you with her king, queen, or king jack or whatever. Alex is going to make the call. The ace of spades is a little too strong for her to fold. Obviously getting a great price, and Vivi will ship a big one as well as release the knit button. And Alex there taking a bit of damage, but
me and you with the knit buttons?
she has been running well tonight, so thankfully for her, most of that was profit.
You're so knitty. I've been playing and losing with good hands.
BB definitely with a much needed double up there after that big one she took
I played a
from
live
Becca
stream
there.
at Champion. Like for 5 hours.
And
I
we've
swear,
got
if you
3.
watch that, you'll be like,
It looks
"That's
like
how
knit
to play
buttons still.
Corvette." I think I won one pot, and it's because nobody had anything.
Brandy, Lexi,
It was
and
insane.
Dory.
Nothing. No, cash game. I mean, just 5 hours, just total card deck.
I saw you played with Star Valdez.
You a slice
too.
folder?
Oh, yeah,
What do you think?
That was it.
You like Dory's style over there, folding the slice, or you go?
You know
for
what?
it,
That's my favorite style of pizza there, the kind of the New York style that not quite thin crust, but not quite
Thank you.
pan tossed or hand tossed. I like that, and I feel like I always end up folding it when it's like that. I feel like you kind of have to.
Yeah, when it's a big floppy slice like that, you
Yeah.
gotta fold it.
Yeah.
I don't know why that made me laugh really hard.
Yeah, big floppy things.
Gotta just fold them up. Gotta
Yep.
just fold them up.
Just fold them up.
But I am definitely a thin crust guy, so oftentimes those are cut into, you know, more
Little
reasonable
squares,
slices, so that, well, yeah, squares, or just like, you know, thinner slices, so that you don't have to worry about the slice floppiness as far as you know, trying to eat your pizza. We got Jax running up against the tens here.
She's
Brandy
gonna
with the king jack.
She's gonna think about what she wants to do with her jacks as she takes a bite of her folded floppy thing.
Yeah, it's been 3-bet up to 200 here. Teresa, original raiser to 200 and sitting on 1400, so definitely a sizable stack. And a big squeeze. I mean, I'm always a proponent of the big sizing when it comes to squeezes here. I
Sure.
think 200 is definitely on the larger size. Alex coming off of the loss there just a moment ago, perhaps really just trying to power this one through. Also, I mean, tens is the perfect hand to go a little bit bigger with, because you're like, I don't really want to get called. I just want to win what's in there. Does get the jacks to lay down, and Lindsay and Brandy should be close behind. The one issue here, of course, is that you're risking 200 to try to pick up the 66 that's in there. And if someone has a better hand, like, they're very unlikely to fold. Like, she was very fortunate to get a fold from Jax there, right? But that's like the one hand that is going to fold.
Yeah.
The rest of the time she puts 200 in there, someone 4-bets or whatever, just like jams it, and now she has tens with a decision. 200 of her money is in there, so there's, you know, a pot of 460 plus this player's jam, and she's only got 800 or whatever it was behind, so she may just be sort of in a committing spot, and Yeah. Lucky for her, the jacks go in the muck and picks up the top.
That's what I mean. I don't think you can either.
All right, got a new dealer coming in, Miss Tiffany. Going to come in and deal our last hour and a half. We are doing a 4-hour stream tonight, so we're going to finish off in about an hour and a half at 10 p.m.
Oh, he's still in the tournament.
I haven't either, but I don't.
If you weren't tuned in earlier to hear us talk all about what's going on at TCH, reminder that next week, starting on the 20th, the Poker Atlas Tour will be here in Dallas, both of our locations, starting off with this event right here, event number 1, Poker Atlas Tour Kickoff, the $50K guarantee, $250 buy-in. It's a one-day event, starting 3 p.m. on Tuesday the 20th. So come on out, join us for that. The Poker Atlas Tour is going to go from the 20th all the way till September 2nd. And of course, we'll put up some more info about all that's going on in Austin, Texas with the brand new Austin location that's going to be opening on the 28th. And a lot of exciting stuff going on in Austin and in Dallas. Of course, we still have those locations rocking in Houston and Spring, and then the Rio Grande Valley. But big stuff going on at our Dallas location starting next week, and then the week after with the grand opening of that new Austin location.
One night, can you scan? Thank you.
All right.
All right, PLO flip here, $225 in the middle.
Anybody got a 2? I have queen, jack, and diamond. 2s are live.
2s are live. Let's see. 222 on the flop for Miss Mallory, who put this lineup together. Let's go one time. Can we get a 222, Aaron?
No.
Do you wear a tutu?
All the time.
Hell
Wearing
yeah.
one right now.
2.
There's a 2.
I have an 8. Nope. 2.
2. One more.
I have a flush.
I was about to be
If a 2 came out.
flabbergasted.
Gabber flat.
Flush, you really got a 2.
Gabber flashed.
Come on, Mallory. Where's the boat? Where's the boat?
No, you had my outs. You had the 10 and the 4.
Well, I guess a flush is winning. Flush is winning.
Man, I knew 2.
Dark Knight, are men allowed to play in ladies poker? It depends on the venue. Some absolutely they are, usually at an increased buy-in. But it is definitely frowned upon. But that's definitely tournament poker. When it comes to a cash game, we're just having fun here playing a ladies poker night. So after the stream or something like that, if a guy wanted to get in this game and they're still playing, I'm sure it would be fine. But yeah, I mean, whenever you try to do something that's like specific to a scenario, you know, you're trying to do something. So
Yeah, it is 2024. It is 2024, but we will check your Adam's apple at the door.
Oh my goodness.
Because we are still in 1999 in the poker world. And we're okay with that. This is ladies' night. And it's for the ladies.
All right, it's a battle between Dory, Brandy,
I'm sorry.
and Lindsay for
Lexi.
the nickname. Excuse me, Lexi. You're right.
Sorry.
A lot of names that end in E, huh? Dory, Lexi.
Start with an L. Yeah.
Lexi, Lindsay, Dory, Brandy, Mallory,
I'll tell the Tiffany.
VV.
I want to hear the Tiffany story.
A lot happening. Yeah, let's look at profit and loss here. Becca up the most, 1.6K in profit now, sitting on over 2,500. Lexi up 540. And Alex still up, has a little bit of profit, but her juice has dwindled to $89. Still respectable. Several trips to Taco Bell.
Very respectable.
And cut us off. Then we both take the next exit. We both go to the poker room, and we're in line. And there's Tiffany. And
Yeah.
she was the one that
Doris,
flipped
right.
off,
Totally right.
and flipped off Jim driving. Yes. And I walked up. I said, Tiffany, was that you? She goes, ah, she was horrified.
We did have 2 male dealers. We had Maui and Danny earlier. And now we've got Tiffany, though. So it is officially full-on ladies' night.
Anyway.
Tiffany is one of our great dealers, and she loves to play as well. If you've ever played with her, it is a blast. She is an action player.
3 of us that have a net button.
3 dozen.
3 people have net button.
Raise 25.
Evie trying to sneak in here under the gun with the Jack 9-0. Limping for $5. On tilt Lindsay makes it 25 to go, and Brandy here with a suited ace-5, just going to make the call in the cutoff. Becca on the button will call as well, and it looks like one of our blinds is going to call, and one's going to fold. Vivi will go for the check in the call, and we're going to go 5 players, a bunch of Broadway cards represented to a flop.
Yeah, I thought Brandy might hammer that with the ace-5 suited in the cutoff, but she does flop well here.
Dr. Pepper, so bad. Dory, can you give me a red chip?
35.
Thank you.
Heads up.
Lindsay makes the call with 3 to a royal and does not get any improvement. Brandy here with a nip button. The 3, not a particularly scary card. Lindsay doesn't have her nip button, shouldn't have many 3s here, if ever any, so she can just comfortably.
She didn't turn her cards over.
Okay, it's heads up.
Oh, nobody said anything.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Did you look it, or is it right there?
No.
Uh-oh.
She still has her nip button.
She still has her nip button. This one?
Gotta keep her nip button, Brandy. Yep.
Good catch.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it too. She got rid of that button quick, but she never turned the cards over.
Yeah, good catch by the table mates, though, to not
Then you inherit there.
Oh,
let that go.
Wouldn't that just win the
oh, if you say
Breaking news.
you didn't show your hand.
Pizza is about to be in my mouth hole.
Oh my gosh, you better tell Rebecca.
I didn't know
'cause
that
that's
Good for you, man. Did you airmail me one?
So I thought about,
I like it.
I was gonna totally go on a no carb thing for about 10 days, but you put pizza anywhere near me, it gonna get ate up.
The 3.
Look, man, you gotta stay strong. You gotta fold that pizza up, and you gotta put it in the trash right now, man. Fold it up and throw it away.
By trash, if you mean my belly.
That's exactly what I meant.
Cooper coming through clutch. Thank you. Wow, this is heavy. This is a heavy box. Are y'all? Good God, there's a lot of pizza in here.
They're trying to kill you, man.
They are trying to kill me. Oh,
They
no
gave
one?
you a whole pizza?
They gave me 2 pieces of pepperoni, which I'm going to eat, and some sort of, I don't even know what that is, but it's got all kinds of weird looking vegetables on it.
They mentioned it was a vegetarian, so
Yeah,
I think you should eat.
olives and onions. Nope, not for me.
You're going to eat the toppings off of that one, and you're going to throw the other ones out.
I was like, there's just no way
Come on,
I'm
man.
not risking
What'd you have, hon?
Ace queen. I just wanted the
nice.
button gone.
I looked down at King 8 and went, damn.
I had
If
King
somebody
seven.
had any pair, they're gonna call you. They
It was
think
like,
you
I
have
actually kind
7-deuce.
of want to take the flip.
That was
I know,
but
I was like, yeah, but if she has 7 deuces, not a total flip.
Right.
And I was like, I have a king and a
See it?
deuce, both love.
7, yeah. Usually have that.
Very fortunate of you.
Oh,
Oh, thanks.
hey, there's Big Aaron.
What is nuts? My heart kind of stopped when I was 600.
Up close and personal.
Just because I've been like touching
There
Way
we
better
go.
than your
What we came here for, the ladies. Not my face and your face.
I don't know what you just
Straight over 10.
police pulled you over.
So good to
Oh, sorry. Tiffany, you know I love you. I just think that's a funny story.
Yeah. After that, I will.
That's a Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She said after that, she stopped flipping people.
Yeah, I never. No more.
Especially old dudes with big cars and good insurance.
I flipped someone off
Rebecca,
and
did
they tried to chase me to the donut shop. They were a guy. They were like, "You're like a human dog with speech."
That's my favorite.
Yeah, Mark, there's a first time for everything.
Fried green tomatoes.
The
girl just slams into it. Everyone, she goes,
Phoebe here with Red Kings.
Exactly. I love that movie.
She's going to raise this up. Let's see what size she goes for. 55, maybe 60. 60 it is.
I'd rather be in there than in my car with him
smashing my windows. Or something.
Yeah, I love the saran wrap part too.
I mean, I want to see the flop. You don't have to nip on or anything. Like,
The jazzercising. I actually asked my family.
BB going to take it down with 2 red kings.
Do I know about that?
Yeah, and Mark, let's just say I definitely would have cleared that pole vault.
$30 I'll call. 60 I'm like,
It's called a Vegemite. It was one of those things where
Yes. Even if they
Here we go. We got Dory and Brandy. Brandy, who had to keep her knit button.
because I'm like, snap call.
Okay, so that's because sometimes it's like a big.
Yeah, that feels pretty gross when you're down to 3 players and now you're one of the 2 remaining. It's like, oh god, just show my hand. I wouldn't be here. Of course, $120 isn't the end of the world in terms of, you know, absolute value, but that's 60 big blinds in a 1-2-5 game, so it's a pretty big payout into a bomb pot, or a flip, I should say.
And Brandy folded an ace there. Of course, it was ace-7 off.
Yeah, I think you need to be quite aggressive when you're trying to fight against
because I don't
one
remember seeing
opponent.
it red when Danny said like.
Dory here going to get to try to come in for 30 and play in position with a suited connector here. This is a fantastic spot for her.
Okay, we got.
What land? Oh, sorry.
Tip, it's 1-2-5. I mean, it's 1-2.
4 players here coming to a flop. It's bottom pair for Dory with the 9-8. Mallory.
Yeah, again, Brandy folding the ace-7 would have had the best hand.
She needs $3 change. It's a 1-2.
That's ridiculous. Don't give it to her, Tiffany.
80 here from Dory. Mallory presumably checking the ace-deuce here to induce and basically just go into check call mode, right? Like, yeah, certainly not folding.
Heads up. You again.
Becca out of the way. It's going to be heads up to a turn. Dory needs an 8 or a 9, or perhaps queen, jack, 7, etc. to give her some additional outs. Does hit the queen here, so can make it straight with a jack. Checky, checky. To a river, it's another 10, and 8s will go down in flames unless Mallory somehow folds the aces and 10s with the queen on board kick in, which I don't see happening at high frequency.
Anybody need witches?
And I think that as well.
Yeah, I was just trying to get rid of my knit button.
You had the 9. That's what I was.
Nice hand.
Nice hand there, Mal.
Yeah, I could bet you off of it. I might have been able to, but.
Of course, that is the lovely Miss Mal that puts these lineups together. There she is. If you're looking to get on one of these Tuesday night streams, normally we do a 10-25 high stakes game, but we do mix it up. Sometimes have a round of each, PLO, ladies nights. There's her info. You can scan that QR code or contact her right there. She will try to get you on our stream. That is for the Dallas location only. You can find in the chat all the other links
Don't listen to me.
for the Austin stream, the Rio Grande Valley stream, or the Houston stream.
I could be on a diamond draw or.
You could be on a.
Gabriel wants to know who folds queen 10 in a poker game. LOL. I have been known to fold queen 10 quite frequently in the poker game. But it always depends on the situation and the arrangement. But give me queen 10 offsuit in any position outside of like the cutoff and the button. With a small blind, it folds to me. Right? I'm folding that shit. What about you, Gabriel? Are you never folding queen 10 ever in a million years or what?
3 players.
I am curious. Ace, ace, 6 on the flop here. Teresa still best with a pair of 8s. Neither of her opponents improving.
Bet 15.
15 is all it takes. She's going to take this one down, and Teresa will ship the pot. Taking a look here at the VPIPs. Once again, Vivi absolutely leading the way here, 57%. Dory, not too shabby there, the 41%. Lindsay, Mallory, Becca, Teresa, all in the low to middling 30%. And Lexi, while she is still bringing up the rear, she is playing 26% of hands. And right on the heels of Alex and Brandy. So, yeah, none of these gals are just playing fit or fold. They're all getting in the mix.
You know, but she actually, Mallory said the reason, and I don't remember.
There's got to be a reason,
She
I'm
said
sure.
there
'cause,
was
like,
a reason. She just wanted it more chill or something.
more what?
New faces.
New faces.
40. Oh.
Raised to 40. Something. I don't know what exactly she said, but there was. I don't think there's anything new about our faces. Well.
Maybe she has been
they're on
playing a lot.
different levels, but
She has been playing a lot, so maybe that's, you know.
All right, Alex makes it 40 to go. Lindsay makes the call. Lexi here with the 10. She is going to raise this up, and she goes to 140.
Yeah, the first time I did this.
Yeah, there's going to be a battle here.
We were playing round the beach, and
Lindsay's going to let her threes go.
Playing high-low. And
yeah, and we were, and it was a big game.
Yeah.
Somebody else other than him. Was it Trina?
No 3 on the flop, no 10, ace, or king either. So Lexi here with the best of it. The immediate overpair to the 9. And she reaches for a fistful of chips, bombs it for full pot.
Yeah, and Law was so mad. She didn't want to play for it. She didn't want to play the
And
court.
ace king, a very strong hand, and even on a board like this, usually quite good. But what do you think Lexi is doing this with that you beat ever, given this lineup and how the game has progressed over the course of the evening? Alex here, not convinced though, eyeing up her opponent, looking at her stack, trying to figure out if she should ever be continuing.
it's glue on you. No.
It's like something so not.
And it looks like she's about to settle on fold,
Sorry, I'll read it.
No.
as I don't think I would
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, it's
call
not
after
on me. I don't have cards. What are y'all looking at? Oh, I know that. I know that.
You're just
gesturing
so
towards the
theatrical.
cards like that.
I love it.
Actually, Rebecca.
It is always interesting though, right? Like when we're just up here sort of watching the game from the cameras, the camera view, like the amount of body language tells and things that we're able to pick up on versus when you're at the table in the hand, right?
Right.
It's just it's a very different environment and a very different vibe as to how you can sort of identify the different
Yeah, we can look at them and be like, we know why you're making that face right there, you know. And even if it's the Hollywooding and the acting faces that sometimes, you know, players will put on.
But yeah, good fold there. Ace king, always a strong hand, even post flop in a lot of spots when you don't connect with the pair or better. But yeah, that was the time to let it go. She did.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of flats tonight actually with ace kings when 3-bet or 4-bet. Not a lot of doing the 4-betting or jamming over the top. A lot of players choosing to see flops with big slick.
Yeah, it definitely does make some sense too. When you play in a more snug game, you know, you'll end up in a lot of scenarios where you get 3-bet so infrequently that when it does happen, you're really like, okay, that's a big hand, you know? And like ace king is a good hand, but like I'm not getting 3-bet by ace queen ever in this game, right? Like ace queen is always calling. So there are no ace highs that are 3-betting me. If that's the case, then you're behind and you know you're behind and you like you want to call and you want to see a flop and you want to try to improve your hand, but like what does 4-betting accomplish when you know your opponent has a pair? What, you try to get him to fold 10s or jacks or something? Like, okay, good luck.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that Teresa, you know, opened with the 7-9, but you know, facing that big bet, just gonna go ahead and let that one go. Want to see a flop, but you know, let it go.
Would have been a good one for the old 7-deuce ski, but no one controlling that one as we go check to a turn. Here with the best of it, betting for 8s for value, and looks like she's going to get called by a fistful of red.
Phoebe does not look like she's ready to give up her big slick quite yet.
Star Trek was Star Trek.
Yeah, oh, it's the same thing.
Sort of. But they didn't. They have 200? Oh my God. 200.
You got some? Are you okay?
Lexi betting a little over 2/3 pot here.
I love nerdy stuff.
With
Yeah, literally like I'm
two
here
red
for it. That's why I was asking
eights.
questions.
Phoebe's going to show the ace king as she lets it go. Dark Knight wants to know what do we usually play?
It's like a life show.
Are we poker pros? Well, I'm going to let you go ahead and take that one. Step up for a second here.
Yeah, Dark Knight, I am definitely not a poker pro. There have been times in my poker career where I've done it for a living, but never was properly really rolled. But I normally play 1-2, 2-5, and then occasionally I'll dabble in some pot limit Omaha. But I'm definitely not a poker pro. Much more fun to play for fun. I've started dabbling a little bit more in tournaments and had pretty limited success, but had some decent cashes. But still looking to make that one big tournament. Still learning. But yeah, I've been playing poker on and off for probably 20 years now, 18 years or so. And it's just a hobby for me, not how I choose to make a living.
Sure. It's a little obvious. It's
I would probably be living under the highway if that were the case.
Different because like it kind of fits your range, so it's like.
But yeah, definitely more of a recreational player and who has been fortunate to win more often than I lose, but not good enough to want to do this for a living, and definitely not at the lower stakes.
We're ranging it. That's funny.
The other commentator who stepped out to go get a beverage, Mr. Aaron McAvoy, definitely plays more than I do and has had some really good success in tournaments. He's down in the Austin area, but he still mostly plays 1, 2, and 2-5 as well. That's really just what you're comfortable with bankroll-wise.
Wanting to get spicy, and I'm like, chill out. We're chilling.
Lindsay's got the big ace queen, and she's gonna bet at it, take it down. No resistance.
Thank you.
Need another energy drink. I'm starting to wilt.
No, you don't.
Tori and Brandy still
Water.
the Nick game here. $120 PLO clip on the
Yeah.
line.
Wild how fast our first net game went, and now this one is just dragging as these two players struggling. No. Switch the cards. There you go. Give her the other one.
200 milligrams of caffeine.
Give her that one. There you go.
Yeah.
Almost had a miss up.
Then I'm not gonna tell you how many of these I drink in a day.
Girl,
You drink multiples?
are you okay?
Yeah.
No, it's
More than one
that
of
was
any
hard.
energy drink in a day
It'd be
is definitely
slower
not
than
good
it
for your
normally
nervous
should.
system.
So it's like it doesn't affect me the same way everyone else's. Like I never get jittery
Another good
or
question,
anything
Dark
like
Knight. I have not played in a ton of rooms outside of Texas, other than neighboring states, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and of course Vegas. I've not played in California or in the Northeast anywhere. Played in Colorado, but I like a lot of the
I don't know how true this is, but
rooms in Vegas actually, especially when the World Series of Poker is going on. Played quite a bit at the Aria and Venetian.
I mean, depending on the person, can sometimes affect you and like bring
A
you
few
down.
other rooms,
Where
Bellagio.
other people, it just sends.
Yeah, a lot of nice rooms in Vegas, of course. Aaron, what about you? What are some highlight rooms for you? Memorable.
I don't know. They all just kind of blend together. I'm going to be honest with you. There's not a lot of them that really kind of stand out above the rest. So
It's a joke that like
it's
so.
kind of tough.
I'm born in. I told you.
I don't do a ton of traveling to play cash games either, so it's kind of like going and playing a tournament somewhere where they put you in a ballroom or whatever that's not the main tournament floor, or excuse me, not the main poker room floor, is, you know, kind of a nothing burger. As let's get back to the hand here real quick. Brandy with the nit button, drilling the turn. She not only flopped a pair, but now has the nut flush. She is going to check back here as well, give her opponent a chance to take a stab at this. Mallory, though, with a little bit of showdown value on the ace-queen high here. Probably not going to do much for Brandy, but Brandy not going to lose the hand, that's for sure. So Dory going to be paying out the Dory going to be paying out the nit game here. But yeah, I think as far as fun poker rooms that I've played in, I do like, you know, the gals were talking about South Point earlier. I did really enjoy playing at South Point in Vegas when I played there. Just an off-the-strip kind of a vibe. It's very laid back, but people there to gamble and have a good time. It was a very good experience.
That was the lovely Dory we just heard bemoaning as she does lose the nit button game for the second time tonight. And fortunate for Brandy that she did win another hand with the nit button and showed it this time and got to get rid of that button. So good for her.
At least it wasn't as fast as that first time.
Wasn't going to lose that hand with the nut flush. Mitchell A., one of our tournament crushers, joining the chat saying, are you comfortable losing a car payment in a sitting or the whole car? The bankroll decides. Yeah, hey, agree. You know, we're all different bankrolls, you know, for different players, and you know, you can tell sometimes when you're playing at a table that, you know, who's really comfortable losing heaps of money and who's probably not bankrolled properly for games by the way they play sometimes.
I got keep pushing it, Teresa.
All right, PLO flip, courtesy of Dory.
Can we use 3 cards? Please give me a queen or a six.
Run up some more diamonds.
Queen 9-6 flop.
Queen or six. Queen or six.
Who's got it?
Yeah, I have a 3.
Who has a 3? I hear Lexi saying she has a 3.
I have Kate.
Oh no! Hey, no way! Does a straight? Wait.
No straight.
No, there's no straight.
No straight on that board.
No, not a possibility.
So we chop it up, or do we do some death?
Yeah, you can chop it.
Wow, a couple players had the same.
Yeah, queen 3 or ace 3 or something.
3 with a king, okay.
Sad.
Trip 3s with king queen. All right.
Enjoy my money.
All right, $60 a piece. Not a bad day at the office for those two players. And we're going to get back to the hold'em here in just a moment. And before we do, just one more shout out here for our grand opening TCH Social in Austin. Texas Card House moving a little bit further north, just across Anderson Mill here in North Austin. It's going to be TCH Social now. Cards in the door. Excuse me. Cards in the air. Doors open. Man, words are hard.
Cards in the air.
August 28th. Come on down, hang out with us. We got $500 high hands every 15 minutes between noon and 5 p.m. Grand opening day only, so you got to come in on the 28th, but $10K in total giveaways for high hands across that day. We've also got the first hand tournament. It's going to be on the 28th, starts at 4 p.m. 25K starting stack, 20-minute levels. $100 buy-in with 30K guaranteed and an additional 10K added for the first place prize. You can't beat that.
Yeah. I mean, really just hold them, but like home game. Oh, like at Tulsa.
She's from order. She's from Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, I knew that. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
I in high school was in the Oklahoma. I was in theater, and so we played. Yeah.
I love that.
I know. I did the choreography.
German Moneymaker suggesting Dark Knight that you go play Spielbank Hanover RP5
Yeah, I love
that.
in some town in Germany I can't pronounce. It says it's easy money.
Niedersachsen.
Girl, you're in Texas.
Niedersachsen.
Yes,
I know, I'm
exactly.
thinking
Well
like,
done.
after I finish
Wiener
eating, I'm
Schnitzel.
gonna get
For sure.
They serve a great Wiener Schnitzel
Doing whatever game at the end of the.
in a beer.
Gotta get a schnitzel if you go to
We
Germany.
let
Yeah.
Jay know what
Yeah.
we're turning into, and then that's.
I
But then we
love
open
a
up
piece of it.
Atlas.
Let him know what we're turning into.
Also got to get it done.
We're turning into some.
Right to 10.
There's our boy LV Coleman. What's going on? Hit that like button, he says. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the stream as we got a raise to 10. Mallory clicking it up as she is wont to do. Brandy makes the call. Alex out of there with the suited king 3 on the button. Got a couple of calls coming from Dory, Teresa, and Vivi, and we're going to go 5 players to a flop.
She tells them all, good call, good call.
It can be one of you. I can't be. We have 5 players.
Which one?
Nobody makes a pair.
You lie. Teresa makes a pair of 4s.
God dang it, man.
I was like, go ahead, stick it in there, let's go.
Yeah, pet.
I can admit it when I'm wrong. I looked at all those big cards and I was like, nobody hit that. And
has 4 players.
didn't see Teresa in there with 4-3-0.
Nice turn card there for the Jack 10.
Dark Knight. Thinking about moving to Texas at some point. Home of the happiest people, a nice weather, good food, and even better poker games. Well, here's what I'll say.
Banjo again?
That was on purpose.
How old is Banjo?
The weather is nice by some standards.
Miserable during other months.
Yes, yes. Currently, very, very warm out there. I'm not sure how well you deal with swampy heat, but definitely good food and nice people. Definitely happy people. I think Texas is a fantastic state. Poker games, of course, fantastic. But yeah, outside of the weather there, I think you've got it spot on. And you know, we would love to see here. Texas is a fantastic place, and we welcome all newcomers.
Sometimes you have to put those dogs in a will.
Yeah, for sure. And as many people that have moved to Texas from outside of the state, you know, I do think we've done a pretty darn good job keeping some of that southern charm. It's not always that the case, but you know, we complain a lot that some of the folks that are moving here are coming from a particular couple of states, but I still think that for the most part, you'll still get that same happy bunch of people, and Texas is becoming more diverse, and that's a wonderful thing, and I welcome that. And just go to the poker rooms, and you will feel the difference between a poker room in Texas and a poker room, you know, like Baltimore, New Jersey, Vegas. Just a different vibe. It's definitely a more friendly vibe down here, so come on down, Mr. Dark Knight.
Both my daughters,
That
actually.
is the truth.
Inherited him, but
All right, Brandy here getting a little spicy. Early position.
Yeah, for real.
Jack 3 suited.
Except it's so hot.
Becca makes the call with the Queen
Ooh, I
10.
love those too.
There's that Queen 10.
Yeah, you can't fold that.
Can't fold that.
This one is suited, so it definitely makes some sense to stick around. As she'll get to play the effective button here as all of her opponents to the left, up and to the button have folded. Mallory here now with the ace-10 off. Is she going to squeeze or just make a call? She will call, closing the action.
There's the hubby on tilt Nick. Says on tilt Lindsay to the moon.
If you think about it, I mean, it's just like, yeah.
I work at an animal hospital. Well, yeah, but I
Nines continue to be hot, and it's going to be top pair, top kicker for Mallory. Top pair queen kicking for Becca, and our pre-flop aggressor Brandy here is looking at 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush, and maybe an opportunity to just get her opponents to lay it down if they don't have any piece of this. Unfortunately for her, that is not the case.
It depends.
It's for
Most
show.
people, it's for intimidating and show. Like, if you're not in dog shows, then it's just an intimidating look.
What about tails? Because there's so many breeds that they cut the tails on.
So I know a dog. I used to watch a dog. He's an American Pit Bull.
I know a dog.
He didn't have his tail cut. He had such happy tail.
Yeah.
His tail would smack across himself so much it would bleed.
Yeah, I had a dog like that.
Yeah.
And so you can like, it's a little different.
Mallory
for the tail.
coming
It's
in
still
for
painful, but
the
you're
check raise,
just
makes
a
it
different
200 now.
The tail is part of their spine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's still painful, like and that, but
I'm
that
like
case is
whatever about the ears because they put them to sleep. I assume.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you,
for
well, you,
either.
I mean they do for the docking too.
I don't think so.
No, they don't.
I think they do it when
tail?
I don't think they dock. They put them to sleep when they dock them because they do it when they're 2 days old because it's too like painful if they're older. Yeah, I think
like a
The
snap.
hospital I worked at refused to do any docking.
but it's
Wow.
still part of like their spine.
Brandy's setting up a little something here.
It's like deep line.
This is a very spicy call. Brandy here may not have the Jack 3 of spades. I don't
Her
know.
dog was found on the street.
I mean, we're going to go with it because that's what's on screen, but
But they think that the breeder dropped
I just
her
don't know
and
how
left
you
her because
call
she had
here,
parvo.
right?
And so my mom
For
got
sure.
her, and she's now better. She's
Mallory
now better
is going
from
to
parvo.
check,
But then
though.
she had something that
So
started with
check
a
raise
G, and I
flop,
can't pronounce it.
check
Yeah.
the king of clubs
Yeah.
turn, and Brandy
then
here
she got
picking
better
up
from that.
the
That's a rough
tiniest little sliver of equity.
Her name's Athena.
Aw, that's cool.
Well,
Wow, 400.
Now it's a bet of 400.
Yeah, it's a water.
so he didn't have that one.
Yeah.
thank goodness. He
We
just
did
had
see the
other
king
issues.
10 was actually folded as well.
But yeah, I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
Queen 10 was the
Was it? Oh, it was queen 10 of hearts. You're right. Yeah.
Queen 10 of hearts.
I was so
Back over to Mallory here, and this is sort of the awkward thing about check raising top pairs. It can make a lot of sense, but you need to know how to navigate
showing up.
when you're out of position. Naturally, when you check raise top pairs, you're going to be out of position. But yeah, what are you going to do when the turn card is not favorable for your range, and you've now just built a big pot, right? Sure, if the turn is like a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, that's not a diamond, there's a lot of opportunities for you to just like continue betting small and try to just get good value from your opponent's drawing hands and weaker tens. Like, that makes some sense, but what do you do there? And checking and folding is pretty tough. Pretty tough.
He had one.
Mr. Jacob, if you're listening, you're going to have to ask Brandy, did she have the Jack 3 of spades there? We need to know. We need to know this stuff, man.
Yeah.
We're going to travel. So it's Poodle Rescue or...
And if so, that was a gangster move there, getting Mallory to fold the ace 10.
Couldn't
Yeah.
really argue with that. And he was home
Definitely like the gumption to bet whether she had the Jack 3, or the only other hand that really makes a lot of sense is the Queen Jack, which would have just gotten there. Right? Like, what else do you float there? I guess maybe you could have the Jack 8 of spades or something, which is also a pretty good bluff to have gotten through, but very, very few hands that she's going to show up there with, I think.
Yeah, and would you have been that aggressive with, the trips, the Jack 9 of spades?
And then my other cat's just really fast.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Right? Certainly that makes some sense. I mean, of course, we're honing in on her having that Jack of spades. Like, we want to believe that at least one of those cards is
another spade or something. Yeah, right.
The 3 of spades just really didn't fit in there with getting, betting, getting raised, and calling. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Sick play if it was Jack 3, but she may have just had Queen Jack. She may have just had Jack 8 of spades or something. And got one through, but pretty good stuff.
It sounds like there's 17 conversations going on right now.
It's itty bitty little and like it's like 7.5.
God bless them.
And then it's 4.5. Oh, thank you. 4.5 to get down
I took
to
her home
Houston.
and I fell in love, and she has a little attitude, but I love her.
So are you going back to Memphis?
So no, tonight I'm staying here. There's a possibility I'll stay tomorrow night. I haven't decided yet.
You got friends down here? Yeah. I was gonna say, if you don't have any friends, you want to go out, I'm down.
Oh, okay.
Only
Well,
if I don't have
that's
any
exciting.
friends.
Yeah, then I'm in.
Only if you don't have friends, I will take you out.
I love going out. Have you
So
been to
I also don't like to drink either. Like
I don't
On
drink.
tilt, Lindsay's got those fours again. Let's see if she can flop another set here.
Yeah.
So like, no, yeah, I think we could have a good time on the town.
I think so too.
Swing and a miss.
But yeah, so
King Jack
I'm
6.
going back, and then I go to Nashville to see family. Is it the
Mallory
4
gonna hit a
hours sleep
6
day?
in bet here.
No, my favorite thing about
Yeah, not too often you flop bottom pair on King Jack 6 and are value betting.
Exactly. It
I will
was
say
too
bad.
hot.
Memphis humidity was like
Oh,
the
it is
worst.
bad, but
Houston's
Houston,
awful.
oh my god. I got in my car and it smacked me back into it. I could not
Wow, spicy continue here from Teresa. She's like, oh, it's only 15 bucks? Okay, I've got a lot of turn cards that can be good for me, but I suppose she does have position, so she picks up one of those turn cards and now gets to sort of evaluate how she wants to play the rest of the hand. So, going to work out for her, at least in the respect of picking up equity. Now we'll see what she does with it. Is she going to bet or just check back, which she does, and bricks out the river. Mallory will win if we get to showdown with a pair of sixes, and we're checking. Teresa needs to bet here with her 9 high.
I used to live in Houston. I lived in
85 in the pot. If you want it, you gotta bet it.
Really? Yes.
Uh-oh.
Houston. I love the
What do you
food.
like about
The
it?
food.
It's the look.
Houston.
The look of someone who was ready to go for it and then decided and was like, no, you're just always going to have me beat, and gives it up. Pair of sixes shown down from Mallory.
I missed a bet. I was
Yes.
like,
And I was
only have
born
beef with
here.
Austin.
really? I might put whatever out there. I'm like,
Like,
I mean,
I'm always at peace whenever I put out a bet.
Like I
No matter what.
That is funny.
right. I was like, nah, it's
The,
okay.
the rivalries between the cities. Yeah, I lived in Houston for 5 years myself. I remember the first person I shook hands with when I went down there was a woman who was about 25 years older than me. And when I told her that I had just moved down from Dallas, he let go of my hand and said,
I
"Ew."
think Dallas is the
So that was my first Houston experience. I was like, wow, they hate us down here. And yeah, had to get used to that.
Also in Houston, you can always find something good to eat at night.
But the food is excellent in Houston, I will say that.
Never played
Yeah.
Amazing restaurants. The
I
Cajun
don't think I've
influence
eaten a
too.
bad meal in Houston. Sorry. I
Yeah,
interrupted.
the Cajun influence too. A lot of, obviously oil and gas is so big in Houston. It's, the mecca of the world for oil and gas. And a lot of people from Louisiana, Mississippi have moved there over the last, many decades. And a lot of that influence is in the food, and love it, love it, love it, love it.
When I was down there,
I can tell you, Austin is
Yeah,
not
absolutely right.
my age of people.
Top pair here for Brandy with the ace-5. Once again, working with the top pair, no kicker.
But it's a younger
Lexi with the pair of 9s. And Lindsay sticking around with the pair of jacks, no kicker. On the button with the Choctaw nuts. We're going to go 3 players to a turn. 3 of clubs changes nothing.
tournament scene is supposed to be great there, but we haven't been there yet.
well, at least you're on the north side.
Yeah, whenever I've gone to Houston for a poker tournament, I will either go to like a good restaurant that I've been to before, typically this one Vietnamese restaurant that I really like, or we'll try to kind of branch out into a new genre that I haven't had there. And I have now had like Indian food, Japanese food. I went to a nice steak place. I went to just like an American diner or whatever for breakfast. I've gone to like 3 or 4 different American diners for breakfast. I have not had a bad meal yet in Houston. That is definitely one thing they've got going.
Right in between the side.
All right, we're showing down hands, and the ace is good.
Ace is good for Brandy.
I didn't get invited.
Yeah, it's funny too, because all the talk about the different cities and their differences. That's more so in the Dallas proper, Austin proper, Houston. But if you go to like the suburbs that surround these big cities, they're so similar. They're all super nice. Nice restaurants, nice houses. It's definitely much more similar once you get just outside of the main city limits. And most of my friends, even though we say we're from Dallas, we live in the burbs and don't really live in Dallas proper.
No.
Austin probably a little bit more people living in Austin city limits, but Houston is just massive. So I mean, you can live an hour away, and the people will say, "Oh, I'm from Houston," but you're like, "Yeah, but you live in Conroe or the Woodlands, or West Katy. You're way out there." That was the hardest thing for me to get used to, was just how huge that damn city is.
Yeah.
Dallas is big, Fort Worth's big, but Austin's big, but freaking Houston is just massive.
Absolutely. Poker Traveler, what's up, my man? Joining us here in the chat. Who is up? You just missed the graphic. showing who is up the most. I believe Brandy is currently our largest winner. I think she's up about 1.6K.
Me too.
And
Yes. Ew, I am too.
then it goes on down from there. Now that I'm looking at Brandy's stack there, it'd be tough for her to be up 1,600, as I think she bought in for 700. So I don't know. She's at one time recently was our biggest winner, sitting on, according to the screen there, 2,100. And then down from there, there's really just Dory who has kind of lost the most. And
What do you call an ending? What do they say?
everyone else pretty close to even, you know, plus or minus 400 or 500 bucks, something like that. Anyways, we'll get that graphic back up again before you know it, as Teresa here just going to flop the joint. Brandy with the top, and VV with 2 overs and a gutty.
Guy who they haven't caught him yet, or they think it's a him, but it's somebody.
Turn pairs the board.
Chances are it's a him.
Teresa continuing to bet 175 now into 286.
But
Brandy.
his victims are. They all look
Yeah,
the
this
same.
is a little bit
They're all
confusing.
male.
Teresa's been
They
playing
all are
relatively
in the same
snug tonight,
area that they're
but
friends with last
top,
season.
even
And they're
when the
all
second
getting
card
promoted to
pairs,
Bird Lake.
that'd be a pretty tough pull.
Yes, you
I imagine she's going to let this go for 175, but let's see.
Me too.
You should. So it's like near Congress Street, and like it's like in the really.
Yeah,
it's like in
here
the
we
middle
go
of
to the river. 636 in the middle. SPR
No, this is Austin.
under 1.5, with 4 hearts, biggest brick in the deck.
Austin. It's
Someone
so
was telling me
crazy.
to watch out for the
But they're
killer.
only he's only killing men. Yeah, no, he's only killing men. Killing men.
Don't worry.
I just spent the last 2 weeks in Austin.
Teresa quickly reaching the chip.
Wow.
But then checks and shows down the flopped straight, and Teresa missing out perhaps on some value. As I don't know, Brandy calls 175. I think she's definitely calling another 300, if not more, there on the river. But just gonna take her showdown and ship a nice little pot.
Wow, wow, wow.
That's everybody tuning in here at this 9:24 hour Central Time. About 200 of you fine folks, a little over. I want to thank you all for joining us. Also, I want to let you know that the grand opening of TCH Social in Austin is on August 28th, just a couple of weeks away. All sorts of incredible stuff coming at you. We got $500 high hands on the opening day between noon and 5 p.m. Every 15 minutes, you can get 500 bucks making a high hand. You know that's going to be something like the 7 high flush and, you know, 7s full of 3s. So come on down and hang out with us for the grand opening. And also, join us for the first tournament. 30K guarantee, $100 buy-in with 10K added for first place. We've got a bunch of other amazing promos, but another fantastic tournament that's going to be happening that opening weekend is a 300K guaranteed tournament. $800 double bag bonus. You get to combine your largest 2 bags going into day 2. That's going to be 8% of the field from each of these starting flights. $250 buy-in, $300,000 guaranteed prize pool with additional bonus payouts for the most entries and the most combined chips going into day 2. We've got all kinds of fantastic promos going on for these tournaments.
Back to the action here. On tilt, Lindsay's 3-bet her jiggities to 75 after an open from Vivi. She's going to take that one down with no resistance. The coolest name so far in the chat, Aaron. Take a journey to the center of the snow monkey.
Next ladies game.
Says hello, ladies, and evidently the algorithm knows what he likes.
Indeed. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Subscribe. Smash that like button for us. Well, you can get some updates on all of our live streams as we do live stream out of Austin, Houston, the Rio Grande Valley, and of course this location here, Texas Card House, Dallas. You see the Dallas skyline there on the table. We've had a great time doing some commentary here with Mr. Aaron McAvoy with the lovely ladies playing tonight. It's been a fun one.
Right, they have live stream in Austin?
So I think if I could like pick my job and I didn't have to worry about like, you know, paying bills or if I had a decent income.
I play more. I
could
haven't been
just
on
do
a
whatever I
as
wanted
bad
to
of a
do.
downswing lately. See, when I play
Oh,
and
that's
lose,
so fun. That's my mother
you'll
did
see me
that.
feel
love
good.
doing
When I
costumes
play
from
and
scratch. Like,
maintain
just tell me
That's so
win,
funny. That's so funny.
play
My
20.
mother did that for me.
Mallory's reminding everybody that when you see me dealing, that means that I haven't been running very good. And you know what? A lot of people who are poker dealers for that very reason. Because that is guaranteed money when you're in the box. Never guarantee when you're in one of those 9 seats at the table. But when you're in the box, that is some guaranteed money.
Very true. As Randy here with the best of it, up and down straight draw and ace high. Mallory, though, going to take a little stab here with absolute garbage.
With her diamond butt flush that doesn't exist.
Oh, excuse me. On tilt, Lindsay has actually flopped bottom pair. That's the best hand. And
Yep.
Alex even has a pair of deuces. I don't know what. I'm looking at equities here and just looking at, you know, thinking there can't be a pair involved. But silly me as we go to a turn. 10 of spades.
And Lindsay is out of the hand. She did fold. Mallory continues to tell some sort of a story here with 4 high.
I'm not creative like drawing wise, but I'm like making people, so decorative stuff.
I just started painting at the film stream.
10, 15.
Ooh, Mallory gets it through.
My best pictures
It's
are of
10,
my
15,
dog.
right? That it ends.
10:45.
Former colleague, current colleague actually, but former co-commentator who allowed me to join him way back when, Mr. Derek Ing, says, what a fire lineup. What's going on, Derek? Hope you're crushing the PLO streets out there, buddy.
Time for a break then.
She's gonna go take her medicine.
My medicine.
All right. Well,
I've taken a lot of medicine.
Derek's one of our poker dealers and poker players who also became a floor manager here. Gave me the opportunity to commentate with him and then let me take over when he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. So thank you, Derek. We miss you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good to have you back in the chat. And definitely do miss you here in the commentary booth, but happy that you're out there slaying life. Hopefully things are good for you.
He is, man. He's been going on vacations. He's been living it up.
Me too.
I get to live vicariously through he and some of our other pals that travel around, go to music festivals, and do really cool stuff.
You raised? Is that your 15? So it's just me? Us?
Yeah, you know.
So nobody can raise at my call? I'm in.
They're like,
Teresa's like, my hand is super garbage, but I get to close the action with this trash? Let's do it.
I want to see a flop with 10-8. Let's go. 5 ways.
Hit me! Bow! Bow!
30.
30.
I don't think I...
30.
That's
Dory has a pair.
Actually, no.
The only pair.
It's
You're
fine.
out of the tournament.
And the pair.
I
It
can't
matters.
I'm just kidding.
the giant
And
stack.
listen, and I take this much longer than everybody
Randy's
else.
like, I got a little wheel draw. Let me see
Only
one time if
because
I
I'm
can
thinking, well, what if I
spike
do
a
this and what
5.
happens next, and then what?
Becca wants to spike a 3. She's going to fold.
And then my ADHD comes in, and then it's like squirrel, and then I'm like, oh yeah, what I need to act.
Ruth, it absolutely is me commentating. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here.
Yeah. I'll be in the middle of a hand thinking if I should call or not,
Checky
and
on the
I'll be
turn.
thinking
Free
about,
river
like,
card here for Brandy, but she only improves to a pair of 3s, and now Dory will go for $50 of value.
Yeah, Becca would have
And-
spiked the wheel there.
Is my car locked?
Yeah, true, the 5-4.
I don't like when y'all think.
Brandy here looking to line up a hero call, and she will make that call, hoping that Dory has missed her flush draw.
That's OCD.
That is not the case. Ruth's going to be at TCH Social on the 28th. Well, look forward to seeing you there.
Some of those things were like
Should be a fantastic time. Hopefully we can get some of these $500 high hands or take down a piece of that
When I went
juicy
to college, like
30K guaranteed prize pool, 10K added for the first prize if you'll be playing the tournament. Also got some flips for the other tournaments that are going to be starting, which includes the Black Chip Bounty. That's going to be running on Labor Day starting at 2 p.m. 50K guaranteed with a $300 buy-in. That's turbo with 20-minute levels, so should be a nice, you know, fun shootout kind of event. And then we got the 300K guaranteed grand opening with a whole bunch of starting flights starting on Thursday the 29th, running through Labor Day. You can bag multiple times, combine your chip stacks for day 2, get an $800 double bag bonus, and some little bonus payouts there for the most entries and the most combined chips going into day 2. So just some fantastic tournaments coming up. Looking forward to seeing you there, Ruth.
I was already running all the house bills and everything because he moved into my account.
Derek here wanting to commentate on some PLO streams. Heck yeah. Let's get it going.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on. Nines continue to be hot. Brandy actually has a 9 this time, so she's going to flop the trips, and far and away the best hand.
He doesn't worry about that. I do that. You know. Because I was buying,
Just flicks it in.
so when we first started to buy our first car, I said, okay, I'm going to get all the information for you. I'm going to get the Edmunds and all this kind of stuff. He goes, I hate doing this. I said,
Yeah, if it's like a
Phoebe taking a stab with her king high there. Made this play earlier, just trying to kind of launch one through. Does check the ace on the turn, and Brandy here try to get just a smidge of value from an 8, I suppose, that thinks maybe they're chopping with another one or something. I don't know, but yeah, doesn't get any additional value. Ruth likes the 12.5 paying and 8% bagging. I agree. I think it's a very good payout structure. I do think that bagging 8% is right about in the right ballpark. Paying 12.5%, I don't know. All of this stuff is just kind of these, you know, different iterations on a similar theme of small payouts on day 1 so that you don't feel like you played all day for nothing, and yet at the same time missing the bag by just a seat or 2 or like a, you know, a spot or 2. And I don't know. It's, I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to the tournament. I'm going to play it, but I don't know. I kind of like the 10% bag or the 9% bag. And instead of paying out that little bit of extra on day 1s for these small min cashes, you just sort of lump that into the prize pool and take those players to day 2. That's my personal feeling, but yeah, I think 8% is pretty good.
I know it's out there somewhere.
it's a con.
We were chatting it up a bit. I went ahead and took a screenshot of it so I could get those numbers real quick. The player stacks right now, Becca is our leader. She is up 1.4K. Lexi right behind her at 890. Teresa still up 611. And Brandy, the only other player in the green right now, at positive 438 bucks, if that's accurate. She may have added on earlier.
It's very important. My position sucks.
And then Dory still stuck the most, I presume?
Yeah, Dory's still stuck the most, yeah. And, I think Lexi's kind of still up based off of that queen she spiked there on the river. Not a whole lot of other big hands for her tonight, but sometimes it just takes one.
Yeah, that was a savage river card for sure. Dory there just getting run over by the deck. As Mallory here flopping an overpair to the board, bets 40 bucks. And Vivi, 2 overs and some backdoor spades working, is going to make the call. No help on the turn. But she's going to lead nonetheless.
Yeah. Story you're telling here with a jack. See if Mallory can sniff that out.
Yeah, pretty easy call. 100 and not a scary card on the end. We'll see if Evie wants to continue telling the story. Looks like the answer is yes.
Keep adding chips.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah, they took my. Well, there's a lot of people that don't.
3/4 pot.
Especially your rent.
My annual and my.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Eric, but check,
Like-
call,
Yeah.
flop, lead,
Actually,
turn
so,
with the second club coming in, and then
whenever you're gonna see it,
the
but
3
I
of
used
hearts completing.
to go to
I'm
work
just
and
never
have a Dr.
holding
Pepper in
2
one hand
8s,
and
but
a coffee in the other. Like,
Yeah, you
Mallory.
don't love the amount when you're sitting there with a pair of 8s, but
So
it just
anyway, like,
nothing makes
you know,
sense
like
here.
5 years
I think
ago, I had a kidney tumor, so I don't know.
I mean, BB can have a deuce, right? Like it's
Yeah.
a very dry flop, and then like the jack of clubs comes off. It's like, okay, now there's a flush draw.
So
It's
fine
it's
now,
conceivable
but
that she
anyway,
has a
like, I can't
deuce
help but think
in
that
some lines,
some
but I think
don't
I'm just
know.
paying
Well, I
those
mean, I
off.
started drinking water like later on, but I mean, my morning would always consist of a Dr. Pepper in one hand and a coffee in the other.
Because otherwise, what, she just floated with ace jack or king jack or something? Picks up the jack and just straight leads? I don't know.
Probably
yeah,
really
some
bad.
backdoor hearts with a jack, backdoor spades with a jack. It just
Yeah.
Pretty thin holding. Mallory lines up the call.
she wants to.
It's like one of those.
She's gonna call.
There it is. Nice call announced. 8's shown down. Mallory takes a 1K pot. That's going to put her up over 2,000 once again. Mallory moving in the right direction. Let's go. Good call.
For sure.
Well, like, I joke, the reason I
At least
respect that,
500.
so my heart, like, whenever I go, they try and find my holes. They never.
Nice hand there, Mau Mau.
They
Got
never
a
find
text
my
from my
holes.
dad saying that he got my
Hand
car.
number 84.
So shout out to
Tiffany
my
doing a
dad
great
for
job.
Getting my car running.
This has been a very action-packed group of gals, but they've also been so polite to each other. A breath of fresh air.
Well, it's an 07 Camry with almost 300K
There's
miles.
those V pips. VV still at 58%. Lexi now up to 25%. So nobody really knitting it up tonight. These girls are having a good time and splashing around.
We'll have to show poodle pics when we can all get our phones.
Oh yes, the poodle
Rated
pics.
25.
Banjo looks very similar to her. Dog.
Really?
Really. They're like twins. They're like, yeah, they're like twins. Banjo just got gray.
BB calling 25 from the small blind with 8 deuce offsuit. Mallory completing with the queen deuce suited, and
I'm just like, everybody's
3 players are going to see a flop here.
We have the greatest girl. It's very expensive, but they drive to us.
Deuce right in the window. He's in a 9 behind it though. So Alex here with the top 2 pair. Mallory and BB both with the bottom pair.
Just all-leg animal.
Alex with an easy continue, who has dwindled down below the profit margin and into negative territory. BB gonna make a quick call here. Mallory with no backdoor diamonds also going to call. Very
Nobody
spicy.
giving Alex credit for a hand here. DV, the only spade. Scare card for Alex.
Workers put the live
Oh,
link in
8
the-
deuce. Oh, BB, how did you know?
And I was like, because I sent her the link, I said, share me on in the chat, and I meant like the YouTube chat.
Mallory here correctly recognizing that her pair of deuces with no spade is
Right,
never going to
so
get the job
now
done.
it's a funny,
so she
it's a funny
bets.
between us. I was like,
Alex can't believe it, but she's about to pull the top 2 pair on the flop.
I will put it all the way here.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I did the same thing. I thought she told me.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Players that are not experienced playing on this table, they try to push their cards forward to make sure they're re-read. And of course, Tiffany turning over that other card. You gotta show 2 cards to win a hand.
Yeah. No, I'm saying free.
Yeah, sometimes the players will slide those cards forward to put them across the reader again, and that can look like a fold.
Never mind.
And that can induce some action, so I gotta be careful with that. But again, these haven't played on this table a lot. Those card readers are in a little different spot than on other tables if they've played on those RFID type tables that read the cards. So simple mistake, no big deal.
Yeah, Vivi making the call there quite easily with the 8 high flush, and yeah, Mallory there going to be a little bit sad when she looks back at that. She's like, wow, I got top 2 on the flop to fold, but I can't get 8 deuce to fold. And yeah, I mean, I suppose
Right at 50.
the bet was on the river, so
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Everybody already had a flush, or BB already had a flush.
Yeah, Alex
Just a
definitely
wild
did
hand.
not like that spade and checked, you know, in position and let that 4th spade get there.
And off we go.
It's like when this one guy that I know folds like this.
Brandy gets to close the action here. Queen 8 offsuit.
And
she will.
What I do because I don't want to make her have to
A
keep
little over 200 in the middle. 4 players. Pocket 10s out in front pre-flop and through the flop. But it's a spade flush draw. 2 overcards for Alex. Plurality of the equity there for her. Gut shot for Lexi. Brandy, of course, bricked this about as hard as you can. Checks to Alex.
I'll size up a little bit here. But a, is that a $1.25 out there?
I don't do cost Tuesday.
You are. Quick call from Teresa.
Yeah, we do.
Dory Wind. It was all 3 girls at the funny.
I'd love to see it.
All right, I'm starting to think the 9 seat is being misread a couple times here, Aaron.
Yeah, it's definitely the case. I think she's sitting on something more like 4, you know, something like King 4 suited, Queen 4 suited. Maybe even something like 5-4. Makes some sense here. 3-4 suited. In any case, Brandy almost certainly does not have Queen 8 heart diamond. Alex checks, and
wow,
Teresa here betting 300 after Alex checks the jack.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that dynamic. I think Teresa was kind of already putting money out before Alex had made an action. She says, no, I didn't actually do anything this time. And then she went ahead and said, I'll just check, and let her put the money out there. So way to pick up on that by Alex there and let Teresa put the money out there.
Yeah. I mean, unless Brandy, excuse me, unless Brandy did just like totally run that one through with the Jack 3 of spades earlier and is now just like feeling the juice in her veins, like let's go, let's get them. You know, we're just gonna check call with the Queen 8 and get them on later streets. Yeah, I think that was a misread, but here we go. Heads up to a river, 9 of clubs. Teresa here with effective second pair.
All in and a call.
Oh, wait. So, Alex jams?
Yeah, I think
Teresa calls?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex did jam and Teresa snapped.
Interesting.
See the buttons there, yeah.
Damn, my ace queen was good until the turn.
You mean even just rip it?
I almost did. I almost did now.
Yeah, you threw me off. I was like, this has to be 70, and I'm like, now that you see that, I'm like, oh, that's so smart. She's gonna like set us up for it, and we're just gonna snap off, and you're like, just kidding.
Big
I
pot
wasn't
there.
even trying to set her up. Honestly, I was just gonna be like, look,
2,300 being shipped over to Alex. Getting her back right for the night.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was kind of an upstuck kind of series of moments there for Alex as she was up over 1,000 for quite a while early on, then lost a couple of middling-sized pots and dwindled down. And there she was able to get it all back and then some.
Do I post her small blind?
Yes, please.
All right, just about 15 minutes left in the broadcast. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in, hanging out with us, and hope that you will come back and join us for all of our future streams. Please do consider hitting the subscribe button and joining us not just on Tuesdays for what is usually 10 and a quarter high stakes but also some PLO streams from time to time, sometimes some lower stakes games, and ladies' night, just like tonight. So hope you'll come back and join us here on TCH on Tuesdays, as well as from our other sister locations around the state, streaming from the Rio Grande Valley, from Houston, and from here in Austin, where we will be getting the brand new live stream setup, the new and improved live stream setup for Austin, up and running here in the next little while. I think it's going to take just a little bit to get it up and going, but hopefully have that running before you know it, and hopefully some final tables for these upcoming tournaments. I'd like to think, and I believe the plan is to stream the final table for our 300K guarantee grand opening. And indeed, there it is on your screen. Live stream 40-minute levels on day 2 for the 300K guaranteed final table. Pretty exciting.
Wow, big hand here. Look at this flop.
She's freaking sweet as hell. I love this.
75.
Yeah, not the flop that Mallory had in mind, but certainly Brandy and Teresa.
Wow,
be pretty excited.
Bet 75, jam all in. Oh my God.
She's action. Dusty is action.
Brandy bets 75, and Teresa just jams for almost 700. And calls. Got to hit a 9 or some running 10s.
Running straight cards? Chop it up? No.
What a hand. What a hand. And that's the second or third time Teresa has, obviously not jammed like that, but just really bet big, kind of, saying, get out of my pot. And, that maybe one, that Brandy, I don't know if you're ever laying down 2 pair there, but when an opponent jams $700 on top of your $75 bet.
King, queen.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. We can see the card, so it makes a ton of sense, to be like, oh, this is a huge bet. It's a spot you should get away from with the bottom 2 pair. But it's also a draw-heavy board, right? So someone can have ace-10 and just be like, I'm all in because I want you to be, like, uncomfortable with your, king-5 of clubs or whatever you might have. So you can't really do too much folding, or you end up folding to these hands that are, sort of jamming for this overbet size to try to deny your equity with your drawing hands, and you actually are beating them.
What happened?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they don't have a ton of bluffs, right? Like the ace-10 is a jam in their mind for value, right? But if they don't have a ton of bluffs, like jamming with their own club flush draws, or something like, king jack or whatever, right? Like if those hands never exist, then bottom 2 pair does start to shrivel up a bit.
Oh.
I don't know. That one's just always tricky. There's no good way to like construct these ranges, because nobody's ever just like jamming for 700 on you. Like that just, it doesn't, well, not never, but they're doing it.
I was gonna say we did see jam for 1,000 earlier in a $300 pot. So
true.
With the 2 3s on board, yeah.
So I was like, I was playing off your flop black.
Hold on, action on turn.
Sorry.
Raise is $25.
Either way, big hand there, and Teresa with a much needed double up.
Yeah, Brandy here playing very good poker tonight. Just kind of getting set up in that spot a little bit.
Very much so.
And, earlier making the big call also against, I think it was, wait, was it Teresa? No, it was Vivi. Vivi turned their king 10 into a bluff, and Brandy makes the good hero call with the queen 10.
Queen 10.
And just
be pipped.
Gets pipped, yeah, by what is, comes across as a bluff, was a bluff, and just happened to be the best hand. So, yeah, tough spots here for Brandy tonight, but she's been playing well.
Can I see my hand?
Yeah. Sure.
Come on, babe. Can we start it at like 10? Like next dealer?
We don't, this is the last dealer.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they do.
How long are we going?
10:45.
Okay. Okay.
So like, we'll probably continue to finish.
Gotcha.
10:45. She meant 9:45.
Okay, gotcha. I was thinking we had longer than that.
Of course, they are always welcome to play on the table after the stream is over. A lot of times our normal Tuesday night crew will continue to play. They lose a couple players. Some stragglers will come in and play those high stakes.
Is there under her hand and behind her chips?
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. I sometimes struggle like down there. I can't see, so I get it. Right.
Couple of kings here for Brandy. Chance to right the ship.
Penalties.
Get some of those chips back. Needs one of her opponents in the blinds to wake up with something to play her with, though, and that is not to be.
BB gonna make a call here. 8-7.
Oh, she limped out there. Okay, I didn't see that. Oh, good Lord, I was scared.
I like it whenever the dealers deal it and then they step back.
Still not a great flop here for 2 kings. And BB not going anywhere. 77 in the middle, and bingo. Another 8 on the turn. Brandy is now in the basement for a second time. This time against BB. BB is going to lead for 50. Oh, excuse me. It's a bet and a call of 30. I apologize. Brandy is.
It was 50. Yeah, it was 50. God, what a nasty turn card.
I like the sizing, though, here for Brandy, though. She's continuing to go for value, trying to charge a 10. And BB's just going to call with trip 8s. So Brandy, I suppose, is going to get to preserve her remaining 370, but wow, she is running bad here as of late. And Brandy has more than 370. We can see there. She's got about 600 now. A little over 500 perhaps.
Yeah, there you go. Alex with that recent double up there is back up over 1,000 for the night. Becca's still up the most at 1.5.
They do them themselves, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
And Dory started winning some pots after those really nasty beats early on with the case ace hitting with her ace king versus aces. And of course, Lexi hitting that 2-outer on the river against her. And she started winning some hands, but unfortunately for her, she just could not get paid off, much more than the men on those hands. Thought it might be a sign that her night was going to turn around, but just really hasn't. Thankfully, she hasn't had any big coolers since then.
That's the hard thing, like being a tournament player. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
I do too. I know.
She is one of those players, though, that she takes it in stride. Her wins and her losses. One of the nicest players in the room. Very professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hard not to root for Dory and Jim because they're both just class acts. And they just happen to be great at the game as well. There's our boy Jedi Master Ted. Ted, you going to be joining the shenanigans at the new location on the 28th at opening weekend? I'm sure you will run into Mr. McAvoy down there.
Yeah. All right, Teresa and BB make the call after Mallory raises it up. Ace-3 suited, and 3 players will look at a queen-high flop here. The top pair for BB. She'll lead straight out for $50. Nick game in effect. BB will muck her hand.
One more hand.
And not get rid of her nip.
One more hand.
I needed clubs. I just wanted clubs. That's all I wanted.
Wow. So they did just start the knit button game, but I'm hearing that this is our second to last hand here, so we're not going to complete the knit button game.
Okay.
Still 175 of y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us on this wild Tuesday night. Doc Hollywood joining the chat late. Thanks for joining. Mr. Doc. It's been a fun night, and we're doing 4 hours tonight instead of the normal 5. So we are about to shut down, but you guys can always restart the stream or go back and check some of the hands that you might have missed.
Go fix it.
Since it is a short one after this hand, we can do a couple more of our promotional videos and advertisements here for the upcoming stuff going on.
Thank you.
Big stuff going on down in Austin with the new club opening on the 28th. And of course, we've got the Poker Atlas Tour starting a week from today on the 20th, and that goes all the way through September the 2nd. So get on PokerAtlas.com or TexasCardHouse.com and check out all of the schedule for all of those Poker Atlas events here in Dallas and Las Colinas. It's going to be exciting, and there's going to be some people making some big money in these tournaments.
I need a perfect flop.
So are we playing till 10:30? But we can continue playing. But are we playing till 10:30 and the stream going at 10:45, or we're playing at 10:45 and the stream going to 11?
The stream will end at 10 on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But we're playing for us until this next.
Thanks for tuning in, Doc Hollywood. Appreciate you tuning in and joining us.
I plan on playing really good after the stream.
Yeah, like next hour.
Dory, you didn't play bad or wrong at all tonight. You just ran into a couple nat spots. Not a single one of us would have dodged those.
Here, take that. Damn it. Away from me. Take that crowd away from me. I think that
This is going to be our last hand here. I'm going to throw up the kickoff video real quick, guys.
Kicks off on August 20th with the $50,000 guaranteed kickoff event. $250 buy-in. Join us at Texas Card House Dallas at 3 p.m. for this exciting tournament.
Again, that video there was just for the opening event, kicking off on the 20th for the Poker Atlas Tour. Again, check PokerAtlas.com or TexasCardHouse.com for all of the events. Over $2 million in guaranteed prize pool through all the events going on through September 2nd here in Dallas and Las Colinas. Malpal with the 7-deuce, Aaron. Let's see if she can get this through at the very end of the stream.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Let's go, Mal.
I literally caught myself because I was like, I'm not doing it. Right. But I almost was like, hey. Doubled it, but it's close. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, girl. 80.
DV says, I'm the one with the real hand here. I got the speed limit.
This does reopen the pot for Mallory if she wanted to go for a big 4-bet, but she's just going to lay it down, not going to get after it. And now it's up to these remaining players to stick around or let it go.
Hello, Lexi.
Wow.
We still do flip after this?
Shout out to Ash Kardash. I know she's chimed in a few times, giving some shout outs to Alex and the 2-seat. You're more than welcome to come join us as well here on one of our streams, Ash.
Heads up.
So what happens if the stream ends before everyone, or like there's like one last thing? We'll continue playing. Oh,
Wow, fun flop here. Spades versus DV's 5s. She does have a wheel draw.
How much? 100.
Gonna put $100 out there. And Lexi, I don't think is going anywhere. Wow, Vivi gets there with the wheel.
Yeah, sometimes you just decide to take an aggressive line with a small pair and just run into a monster hand.
How big is she going to go here?
Yeah, that's the real question is, can she make it small enough that Lexi will stick around, or is she just going to blast it to push her opponent out of the hand?
Okay, there we go.
175.
Not too big. A 5 would be just nasty. Okay. All in, and Lexi can do nothing but fold. TV, I'm sure, showed. And Aaron, you want to throw back up the Austin stuff real quick before we get out of here?
Absolutely, yeah. One more quick shout out here for our upcoming tournaments. Come on down to TCH Austin on opening day, August 28th. Get yourself a $10 annual membership, good for all TCH locations around the state. That is only good on the grand opening day of the August 28th. No exceptions, ends at midnight. We're going to have $500 high hands all freaking afternoon, going from noon until 5. Every 15 minutes you can get $500 on the high hands. And then not just on the 28th, but the 29th and the 30th as well. Every hour from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. we're doing $500 overnight high hands. Got that first kickoff event, the first hand tournament, $100 buy-in, $30K guarantee with $10K added for first place. That's going to be kicking off at 4 p.m. on that opening day. And then we've got even more great tournaments for you. The grand opening, $300K guarantee, starting flights the next day on the 29th, running all the way through Labor Day. The final table going to be live streamed there on day 2, Monday. All kinds of cool bonuses, double bag bonuses. We've got bonuses for the most entries, the most combined chips going into day 2, because you can bag twice and bring all those chips into day 2. All of that $250 buy-in with a $300K guarantee prize pool. We've also got the final event there, the $50K guarantee Labor Day Black Chip Bounty Tournament, $300 buy-in. A lot of chances to get some big bounties in that one, and a big payday if you manage to win it. So many good opportunities and great things happening at our newest location, TCH Social in Austin. Look forward to seeing you all there on the 28th and beyond.
Awesome, good stuff. Thank y'all again for tuning in. For me, Eric Van Loosen in Dallas, Texas, and Aaron McAvoy in Austin. Remember, big events going on starting next week all the way through Labor Day weekend in Austin and Dallas and Las Colinas. Wherever you are, come on out. Don't miss out on all the TCH action. Until next time, we will see y'all.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
Atlas Tour kicks off on August 20th with the $50,000 guaranteed kickoff event, $250 buy-in. Join us at Texas Card House Dallas at 3 p.m. for this exciting tournament.
All right.